All righty, we're here. Hi, everybody. How you doing this morning? Welcome to Friday, August the 6th. It's Stock Markets with Bruce here. We're going to talk about the stock markets in plain English. How you doing today? Welcome one, welcome all. It's Friday. Yahoo! Finally, Friday is here. Oh my gosh, we had another fun week, didn't we? Another fun week this week. Um, how we do it, we don't know, but we do. We survive. We find ways to keep on going and keep it happening. Nice to have you here. Thank you for joining me this morning. Sorry I had to immediately put the comments on members only. We're getting attacked by a troll again this morning. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to my world. Uh, we are obviously getting under people's skin because some people can't handle plain English. I don't know. Welcome, guys. It's nice to see you. We've got unemployment reports coming out right now out of the U.S. I think they're kind of in line with what was being expected. The Dow was up 25, 30 points going into the number. The number came out, and now we're only up 17 on the Dow. So we're not seeing a lot happening here. Um, we're watching for fallout on interest rates. We're watching for fallout on other technical indicators. But um, the U.S. economy is supposed to add jobs. It added jobs. Why did the U.S. economy add jobs? The economies are opening up. Restrictions are being lifted. People are, economy's just getting more active. It's summer. People are traveling, and so there are more folks working than before. There's a lot more job openings than available workers, though I can tell you that. Employers across the U.S., Canada, in particular, are scrambling to get employees to come in. It's pretty tough, and what can I say? It's unbelievable. We've got a whole lot of job vacancies in this little area, our little town here. Even our local Tim Hortons, you can only use the restaurant until about 2 in the afternoon, and then they shut the doors and they only go drive-through until they close at 11 o'clock or midnight or whatever the time is. They just don't have enough people to handle uh, the shift. They can't, and they're paying 15, 16, $18 an hour plus benefits, dental and medical, and they cannot get people to apply. Just cannot. Every employer in town has got the same issue. All the gas stations, the fast food restaurants they're all trying to just get around. And of course, around here we have wildfires, we have forest fires, and that's causing all kinds of consternation, worry, and concern. And what are you going to do? It's just one of those things. Anyway, the U.S. economy as a whole, a lot of people are really reassessing themselves. What are they going to do with their futures? Are they going to go back to the life they had before? There's a lot of us who would like to have our life back the way it was before, but a lot of us don't. A lot of us are thinking, well, the job I had was all right, but it wasn't the best. The life I've had the last year and a half hasn't been, Shangri-La, but I'm making money. I am working from home, or I am finding other work, or have other opportunities, or I've taken some education courses. I've upgraded my skills, or now that I'm looking to come back to work, I'm looking around going, hey, if I go to company whatever, or this company over there, I can get 30% more money. My old employer just wants me back under the old deal. What do I want this for? All kinds of discussion and you know, analyzation going on. I think a lot of you have also had the time, probably for the first time in your lives, especially your adult lives, to really assess your futures and just what is the best for us, what's the best for myself, my family, children, all of us. Where are we headed? Where do we want to be going? How do we want our life to work out? This is good stuff. Self-analyzation is a good thing, and as I say, there's just been a whole lot of people realizing that, that American dream I was supposedly following really wasn't all that much of a of a dream. It was more of a more of a grind, more like a wheel. I was just running and running and running, and all I'm doing is I'm putting out all this effort to make my bosses happy, to make my banker happy, pay the credit card payment in time, pay the mortgage in time, pay the car payment in time, bring enough money in to try to keep up with the bills, And what's the sacrifice? No time with my spouse, no time with my children, no time with my family. When I get a day off, I sleep because I'm exhausted. Is this what it's all about? Is this what I worked so hard to get to? Um, and people are out there going, hey, that's not, no more, So there's a lot of that going on, and so these employment numbers that keep coming out, and these new assessments of the economy that keep coming out, these economists out there are having a tough time trying to figure out where our heads are at, or where the economy is headed, and they're trying to compare today and tomorrow to yesterday. The problem is, yesterday doesn't exist anymore. The year 2019 is no longer here. That world of 2019, a lot of it's around, but a lot of it isn't anymore. And you now have to reassess the future from a different vantage point. And I think the employers out there who can get that through their heads quicker than anyone else will be the winners. The ones who are stubborn and just want to go back to the ways it was, I think they're going to be left behind, and or they're getting a rude awakening, and there will have to be management changes to adapt to the new normal. Um, well, we'll see how all this sort of plays out as we kind of go forward here. The markets right now, the Dow's only up 6 points. The S&P is only up zero 0.9 of a point. Nasdaq down 22. So the market is not impressed at the moment. The market is certainly not saying, "Oh, this employment report's the greatest thing since sliced bread. We're going powering higher." But the reality is there is incredible amounts of capital out there for the economy. The amount of stimulus going on is unbelievable. The amount of stimulus coming is unbelievable. This is good for the economy going forward 3 months, 6 months, a year, 5 years from now. There's really good stimulus. Interest rates are cheap. Inflation is a one-off. We do have other issues here on the sidelines, but bottom line is the demand is there for goods and services, but goods and services can't keep up with the demand in many cases, and that's where we're at right now. Terry Life, thank you for joining us as a new member. It's nice to have you here. Appreciate you coming on board. We're just, we really are, for the first time, I think for the first time, probably since the 60s. I mean, kids, I'm 65 years old. I've been around, I'm one of the ancients now, I guess. I'm not the oldest man in the world, but I'm out there, and I remember the vibe of how people felt regarding their confidence about getting a job, and if you did get a job, was it a good paying job? I remember the 60s and the 70s and the 80s and the 90s, and my father was so in tune with what was happening economically. Being a traveling salesman in the 60s, he was out there. I mean, every town and city in Ontario, which is the heartbeat of Canada, he could tell a recession coming. He could see it. He watched the numbers. He saw the layoffs. He would come into town to Timmins, Ontario, or Sudbury, or Sault Ste. Marie, or London, Ontario, or Kitchener, or Toronto, or Windsor, or Ottawa, or Cornwall, or Kingston, any of the cities in Ontario. And he could see and feel and get a lay of the land from all the store operators that he would see, these store owners. He'd get the lay of the land, what's going on in each area, and he could tell whether job prospects were good or not. And of course, there was always seasonal ups and downs with Christmas and summer and all that. But then you had the overall, and so he was always on top of this vibe, rather than being enclosed in only his store in his town only. He was going throughout the entire province, and that meant you got a good handle on what a lot of Canada was doing, because at that point in time, and even today, a huge percentage of Canada's population is inside the borders of Ontario. But I picked up on it as a child, and I kind of honed my skills towards understanding it and following it. And even from this little vantage point of my living room in Creston, British Columbia, Canada, seeing all the headlines and all the news coming out, I'm watching how the markets react and how everything is going. Now, as I'm talking about the markets being wishy-washy, the Dow is now up 84 points. It just shot up. The headlines are saying that the job report came through with solid increases in hiring. Unemployment rate sinks to 5.4%. There's all this kind of talk, but at the same time, interest rates are at all-time lows. Mortgage rates are a huge dropping massively. So money is cheap. Um, there's a lot of shifting going on, and I think the new normal is here to stay. I think, as far as the new job normal is here to stay, I think folks who are truly um, assessing their futures and where they're going to work and what they're going to do has shifted forever. I just do not see people going back to the way it was at one point. And so I'll finish my thought here, which was going on. I think for the first time since the 60s, employees are in charge. They have the power, not the employers. It's shifted. The employers for the last 30 years have dominated employees. And employers, which are company owners, um, 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 public companies, private companies, large employers, have had their thumb on their employees for decades. And they've been able to get away with cost of living increases only, which have been 1 or 2% a year, if that. There are employees who've been working for years without pay increases for quite a while. There have been 15, 20-year employees who've only been getting a pay increase every second or third year. And even then, it's meaningless. Employees, for the first time in decades, are empowered, are being feel empowered. I think that's the way I got to say it. They feel empowered to make it better. And it's always been, it has been a recent trend for the last several decades that the only way you could get a real raise was you had to leave your firm and go to somebody else. In the rarest case, 1 in 50, 1 in 100, where you bumped up within the organization in a meaningful way, where in many, many cases, out of every 100 people, 1 or 2 would do well within, the rest had to move on to get a raise or to get a higher position in the firm with more seniority, or to be appreciated for what it is they really do. And only after they leave do the employers realize, wow, the higher ups go, geez, we lost a real good one there, didn't we? And the co-workers of that employee all admit, oh yeah, Jerry was, Debbie was the best. I mean, they did the jobs of 3 people, but you guys didn't appreciate it because you never cared. Because as long as the employees are compliant, you were grinding them into the ground, and you're going to keep doing it because that's your philosophy: keep your costs down and productivity up. And one way to do it is keep your employees under control. Well, yeah, that works to a degree, but when employees can walk for 50% more money or 30% more money, whatever that is, they go. And when they don't come back, they do not come back. Now, today, fast forward to here we are, August 2021, if you can believe it, we are talking now about employees who are realizing for the first time in their adult lives, many of them, and these are folks in their late 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. I don't need to work for the firm that I've always worked at, and I don't need to work for any company anymore. I do not need to be an employee of a company anymore to do what it is I do best. I can be self-employed on my own, and I could, in theory, team up with 4 or 5 fellow employees that I've worked with for years and years and years, and we could create a little group ourselves and be independent contractors inside a little envelope, maybe even create our own little company, and we could be a consulting company offering all of these services from bookkeeping, accounting, to marketing, to you name it. And we can work from home. We can work from our respective homes. We don't even have to be in the same town. We can literally work together as a threesome, a foursome, and be placed wherever we want to live. We can go across the country permanently, or we can work out of a motorhome, and we can sell the house, pick up a motorhome, and travel the USA for several years. As long as I have internet, I'm in business. And this just changes everything. This just completely upends the whole apple cart. And these 4 or 5 people who did the job of 10 now leave en masse. And the company they've left is now in a lurch because they're like, whoa, where are we going to find all of these people? We've got to hire a company to help us here. The company that they hire says, headhunters say, oh yeah, you want to place those 5 people? You got to bring in 8. And you got to pay those 8 20% more than you were paying the 5 who left. And so actually, you're paying the equivalent of 10 people, what you used to pay 10 people to replace the 5 you lost. And the reason that you lost them is because you demanded that they came back to their cubicles and just resumed their torturous existence, and were bowing at your feet that thank you for the job, thank you for allowing me to come here and being abused every day. That's not working. And these 8 that I'll bring you, they're not going to work under these conditions. You got to completely change your game plan, or you're just out of it. On the other hand, the 5 that are leaving, or whatever the number is, they might turn around to their employer and say, "Hey, look, we didn't mind our jobs. It's just we minded the atmosphere, we minded the lack of capital, we minded the lack of maybe opportunity. But you know what? We can still work with you guys. Our company can work with your company on a consulting type basis, and here's what we can offer you." And then they offer them, a certain amount of work for a certain fee, and the company they either work a deal out or they don't. And there you go. There's a new normal. This has just never been on the table before, and I commend all of you out there who are really figuring out for yourselves your futures. What is your life going to be about, and how are you going to work it out from here? And the fact that a lot of you have begun to figure out and are now making the kind of moves that you can now deal with employers from around the world. And some of you have done internet searches. Some of you being headhunted by headhunters who are coming to you from 1,000 miles away, going, "Hey, hi, I'm a headhunter and so. I understand you live over here. Listen, I understand you do this, and this. You're looking at your profile. I have employers all over the USA looking for your kind of talent. Would you be willing to work from home remotely, maybe a quarter of your time for this company and a quarter of your time for this one? And would you be interested in having 4 companies hire you for 10, 15 hours a week, 12 hours a week? Or every second week they have you for 15, 20 hours and you do rotation. You have 4 employers, but you're working for 2 this week and then 2 different employers next week, and so on. Would you be interested in something like that?" A lot of you are going, "Wow, I'd never considered that before. I never thought that would be a possibility. I couldn't imagine it." Yeah, well, the world is now imaginable. It has now changed everything, and I'm very excited for a lot of you who are probably on your way to making a whole lot more money than you've ever made before, under terms and conditions that really work for you. Sometimes it isn't just the money that makes it work. It's the conditions under which you have to perform the service. And I think that is the home run for a lot of you that really makes this happen. This is where local employers who used to be able to just grind you into a pulp now are at a major disadvantage, because all of a sudden, Joe Smith's company over here with his 50 employees is now competing with 5,000 other companies across the US for talent that they used to be able to handpick in town. Now they can't do that anymore. Now they too are on a search. But if they think that they're going to convince people to move to this community to work just at this job, they are sadly mistaken. And this is an exciting and interesting, change of pace. Most amazing thing happening here in the world today. These employment reports we see coming out every month, they're accurate, but they're not accurate. I do not shed a tear when I see talking heads on the television where employers are coming on and crying the blues about, "Oh, I can't find employees to work for my restaurant chain." And all they're saying, or not all they're saying, one of the things they're saying, "Well, I think we should cut employment benefits because people are being paid more money to stay at home than to come to work. I think we should cut those employment benefits." Yeah. You know what they want to do? They want to turn you back into a slave. They want to get you back at $8 an hour, just above the minimum federal wage, which they will oppose to have that increase in any way, shape, or form. They never want an increase in cost, and they want to reap the rewards for themselves. Employees are going, "Screw you, Jack. I'm not coming to slop tables at your diner to be abused by the customers and forget about it." No, I don't think so. I think I'll do something completely different, and I'll get into another field of employment before I go back to this. And all of a sudden, there's a labor shortage. We have a labor shortage in North America that has not been around for a long, long time. And there are people out there who are going, yeah, I used to work at so and so's slop house, and I don't do that anymore. I'm not going to do that anymore. No thanks. I'd rather have a 9 to 5 job if I'm going to have a job that I go to. And when I get there, I don't want $8.20, $8.20 an hour. I want to generate a salary with benefits, and I'm going to shop around because you can shop around. You can. Excellent. Douglas, thank you for this donation. I've been contracting for 7 years now, enjoying every minute of it. Would not go back to salary. The tax saving is another bonus. Douglas, you're on it. You're right there. Absolutely on it. Beautiful. Yeah, so many of you are realizing if I'm self-employed, I have real deductions I can take that I can't do if I'm an employee of a company. There are no deductions. Everything I have to pay, I pay after tax. I want to, my commuting costs and buying a coffee or having lunch during the day or what. These are all my expenses. Whereas if I'm self-employed, I have deductions, and my accountant and I, legally are able to deduct a big chunk of my gross pay that used to be taxed, and then I paid my expenses. Now I take my expenses off, and then I have a net income that I pay tax on. Hey, this is great. You betcha. This is the big change, one of the big changes, apart from being empowered. But again, some of you out there are probably in a position where you'd like to be in that position, but don't know how to do it. You're just not, sure. So some of you have probably figured out that you know someone, or you have begun to figure out that you know someone, or you have found someone, or you've found chat groups out there of people who are out there, and you're beginning to learn, hey, this is how you do this. And you may find that, as I said before, coworkers of yours that you've known over the years, not just lately, but in past employment scenarios, you're reaching out to people you haven't talked to in 4, 5, 6 years. How are you doing? What are you up to? What's going on? You may find that the old Rolodex, the old, remember these guys, connecting with old contacts might find you the right contact to help bring you work, steer work your way, because an old buddy of yours is saying, oh God, yeah, you and I used to do the same thing over at so-and-so. I am up to here in work, and I'm turning away work. I know you can do this work. Why don't you and I talk about how it's done? Here, I'll tell you how I'm doing it as an self-employed person now, and then I'll send you some leads that you can now go after, and I'll tell you what to ask for this job. I'll tell you what you should be charging. There's a lot of that going on right now, and I'm thrilled, just thrilled to see the American worker, the Canadian worker, getting their fair share. It's about time, because how long have you folks been in this middle class rat race, just getting crushed by every force on the outside? There's no one working for your benefit. No one on your side. You're on your own. And as an employee of a firm, you're putting in your 8, 10, 12 hours a day. How much time have you got to look for a job somewhere else? Zero time. You have no time. You have no energy left. Everything you've got, you've given these people, and they're giving you nothing in return. Yeah, this is a new deal. It's a new day, and I'm excited for you. The Dow right now is still up 69 points, but it's not going anywhere. This report, however good it was okay, but not earth-shattering okay. It's not bad for the market, obviously, and that's a good thing. As I said, I believe the stock market will go higher all this year. Overall, it will go higher. Large investment houses in New York are calling for the S&P index to go higher this year and next year. Maybe not as aggressively, but they are calling for them to go higher, because the amount of capital coming into this market to grow the economy is phenomenal. So that's great. But those of you out there, I am really excited if you can take your old job that used to pay you X amount, and you can now make X amount plus percentage more, and it's a big fat percentage more. That's great, because that's good for your economy. That is good for your bottom line. And if you can make it a better bottom line after tax because you're self-employed, even better. Now you can tackle those old debts you've been hanging around with for a long, long time. And you now can turn the tables on your banker. Instead of you owing your banker owes you, because you have cash in the bank. You don't have debt anymore. And you're now beginning to set up your life like you want it to. Way to go, everybody. Thank you all for joining me today. GameStop up $1.03 in the pre-market at the moment, 154.47. We're still down about $7 for the week. We closed at 161 last Friday. This is the next Friday. So we have a ways to go before GameStop recovers the week's losses that we've been sitting on. If you have been writing call options against your GameStop, you wrote some a couple of weeks ago, and you wrote 170s, 180s, 190s, 200s. They're all expiring today. Congratulations. They're all going to expire worthless. You keep all the money. Nicely done. We're watching other stocks in the pre-market to see what's going on. Robinhood at 53.13. Up 216. I'm very happy for those of you out there who sold off any kind of put or covered call situation you were sitting on last night before the bell. Well done. Let's see how Robinhood reacts today. If the shares reach the upper 50s into the, if they can even touch 60, I don't know if they'll make it. Then another opportunity has come your way to buy some puts and or write some more call contracts, because Robinhood does not deserve to be anywhere over $30 a share, in my opinion, but that's just me. Let's see how that plays out. 23andMe this morning is at $8.90 on the pre-market. Looks like it's up about 8 cents. And Matterport closed yesterday at 15.38 last night, and it's now 15.50. Touched even 15.75 this morning, so we've got a little bit of jumping around going on Matterport. I'm happy to see that. SoFi closed at 16.06 last night, 16.12 right now in the pre-market, high 16.30 this morning, so it's jumping around a bit, up just a tad. Volume so far 106,000 in the pre-market this morning. ATIP 430, no real volume, no real movement here, very quiet over there. That's unchanged. Our friends at IBM, the heartbreaker stock of all time, how is it doing? IBM, $143 a share, up 23 cents, the heartbreaker that it is. It really can't just sit here. It has to go higher. There are people on my viewing network that demand IBM do better than this. Apple shares haven't moved that much either. Mind you, I have to admit, we're even going through all these earnings and all of these uncertain scenarios, and we'll see what's going on. What do we got right now? We're at 5:59. We have half an hour ago before we open up for trading. Let's take a peek here at some moves, if I can find some more for you. What will the market do, and how high will the market go? That is the question mark everyone is wondering about here. Let me take a peek here at a couple of things. First of all, let's go Apple. Here we go, AAPL. What is Apple doing this morning? 146.33, down 51 cents. The shares are sitting around 146.60, like they were only down 20 cents up until about 20 minutes ago. And then the report, I guess the employment report came out and it dropped off of it. I guess that's what happened. I don't know why. I don't know what would cause Apple stock to go down from a good employment report. No idea. By the way, my throat, if you're wondering if I got a cold or something, or if I got cancer or anything like that, no, I'm fine. We are surrounded by forest fires all over the place. And even though we don't see any flames and we don't see smoke billowing into the sky here in Creston, it's all around us. And so I am constantly trying to clear my throat. Jennifer's trying to clear hers. This whole town, we're being told to stay indoors for the most part. If you go outside, they tell us to wear masks. Not because of COVID, but because of the smoke and the particulates in the air. But you can't escape it. It is what it is. It's everywhere. And so you'll hear me clear my throat and just trying to kind of get through it here. It is what it is. Sextera, it's sitting at $8.60 at the pre-market with virtually no volume this morning. So nothing to get excited about over there. 23andMe is sitting at $8.88, up 6 cents on 4,000 shares. AMC closed at $33.51 last night. It's $33.92 this morning on the pre-market, up about 40 cents on 1.38 million, holding its own. VACQ, we're talking about our buddy VACQ. We're waiting for their official shift into Rocket Lab. We're talking August the 20th, of course. We're at $10.30 a share, up 8 cents this morning. Yesterday, shares are up 11 cents to 10.22. So 4,500 shares traded, a little better looking there. NSH, NavSite Holdings, 9.98, up a penny on 6,800 shares. NavSite will be having their shareholder vote on the 13th of August. That is in 1 week, a week today. NavSite will convert will be taken over and will be known as Spire Global going forward. We'll stay on top of that story as we, of course, will as we always would. A Fifth Wall acquisition, 12.20 up 7 cents. Not a lot happening there. And Matterport right now at 15.50 up 12 cents. Jumping about a bit on 5,900 shares. And over on GameStop, let's see if I can get this to work here. My computer's glitching on me right now. Let's take a peek over here. GameStop, here we are. 153.44 last night, 154.50 right now, and that's where we're at this point in time on the early opening quotes so far today. All right, SoFi 1613, 108,000 up 7 cents. And we'll see what the markets want to give us. The Dow right now up 67 points. S&P down 1.6. NASDAQ down 71. Excuse me. Oil is up 76 cents a barrel to 69.85. The so-called summer of travel and the summer of great things happening with America on the move is kind of happening, kind of not happening. Maybe happening to an extent, but not to as high as an extent as people had hoped. And so oil demand for the USA is not as strong as thought. China oil demand is suspect. There are thoughts that the China economy is in a recession right now or is pulling back a little bit. And oil needs are just not as high as once thought. We will see how that plays out. Time will tell. There you go. We've got 26 minutes to go before we start trading on the day. Thank you all for coming around and seeing me today and hanging out. Chew Dog, thank you for this donation. How long can I hold CYXT warrants? Is there a time limit? Hey, buddy, I think you're good for like 5 years. I think these have a long, long lifetime. You might find on your units, on your warrants, I'm not sure when you whatever platform you're using, I can't help you, but you should be able to maybe expand the warrant or expand that listing, or somehow you can do a search. I know you can do a search through your broker. If I were your stockbroker back in the 80s, I'd be calling you and I'd be telling you what's in your account and what's happening. And I would be informing you that you received these warrants because for every 3 shares you used to have of the old company before it became Cyxtera, you now got a warrant as well. It was part of the merger deal, I guess. I would have filled you in on this months before it happened, and we would have been looking forward to it. But in today's world, with the SEC allowing brokerage firms to do nothing on your behalf whatsoever, they don't have to inform you on what's going on. Your account can have changes happen to it, and you got to figure it out yourself. Welcome to the world of the new brokerage world that the SEC blesses with open minds, open hearts. But don't go and try to make money in this market, because then there'll be an SEC investigation, including congressional hearings, because obviously you're up to something. You're up to money laundering or something, because you're trying to make money where that money is supposed to be made by the investment bankers in New York, not you retail investors. All those big companies in New York are supposed to make all this money. So you just watch yourself. Oh boy, welcome to the new SEC in which this world lives. Anyway, there it is. Weird and wacky. Anyway, there you have it, guys. Thank you for hanging out with Uncle Bruce. You sense a little bit of bitterness there, maybe there's a little bit of bitterness there. I don't know. I'm just kind of wondering. Wow, just crazy. Yeah, here, Maxie. Here you go, Mr. Seneca. That was true until the 80s. No meaningful wage increases since then. With healthcare, childcare, education, rent, all have gone up. There you go. There you have it. It is what it is. What can I say? This world has really shifted in the last 2 years. Well, a year and a half, certainly the last 6 months. Unbelievable shift. How employees are now empowered to really do what they want to do. I'm impressed. I'm hoping that all of you, as many of you as possible, are taking advantage of this much better scenario, and I sure hope that a lot of you are getting better benefits and better treatment from your employers that you used to get. Man, I just I can't believe the horror stories. I still can't believe all the horror stories that were going around the last 5 years, 10 years, where employees were just getting abused to no end, psychological torture, economic weaponry being used against them, companies cutting back, changing healthcare plans, changing retirement plans, changing everything, and just cutting the employees down, 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 because they could. They had the politicians back to grind it to the employee. Tax breaks were being handed to corporations left, right, and center. Employees were getting very little, and I, I, I get the impression that most employees would rather make more money than get a tax handout. That's my opinion on it. My take on it. If you could make 30% more gross income coming in versus getting a 3% tax break on a lousy wage, you're better off taking the 30% income increase. Absolutely. And now today, if you can shift your world to become a fully self-employed consulting type employee person, with pure write-offs off the top before you pay taxes, are you miles ahead? Yes, you are, because you've just turned yourself into a corporation. And if you can turn yourself into a corporation, or what it is you do, or what it is you do with coworkers into your own corporation, now you will get all the benefits that the politicians have been handing out to the corporations, because you are a corporation. You're a part of a corporation. Maybe you and three other friends own, each of you own a quarter of the company, and you work out some kind of an arrangement. I mean, there's just so much potential. Yeah, on the other hand, some of you might create a corporation that you own all of, and you actually turn around and hire some of your former coworkers as contractors. And so you get a contract job that requires 4 people to work it, and you're able to pay fellow workers that used to make, used to get $15 an hour, $18, $40 an hour, whatever they used to get. They can get 30, 40% more through you, and you're making triple what you used to make. I mean, hello, there's a whole bunch of potential here. That's pretty exciting stuff. This is a new world, man. This is a whole new world. I know that a lot of you are really going through a lot of self reassessment. What am I doing here, and how am I going to do this? And I can certainly see it around this little town here. A lot of people are moving in here that would never have thought to move here a year or two ago. People are moving here with families, with small children. They're getting away from the big city life. They're getting away from the grind. They want to be in a quiet area like this, and they want to be able to walk the streets in the afternoon as the sun is setting, take a bike ride with the children through the suburbia we have here without worry of drag racing hot rod cars and motorbikes everywhere, and police patrols everywhere, and fire engines and ambulances and sirens. There are none of that here. This is a Shangri-La for people who have had enough of the urban life, and they've decided, no, this is we're out of here. We're out of this place. We're going over to another world, and we're reassessing ourselves. We do not need to be 5 miles from the biggest shopping mall in town to be considered living in the right place anymore. No, we don't need to do that. We'll go to a shopping mall like that maybe once or twice a year now, but not every weekend, because that's not our life anymore. That concrete world we're going to leave behind to somebody else. We're going to experience the real world. We're going to watch trees grow. We're going to watch grass, flowers bloom. We're going to breathe, we hope, fresh air once these fires are gone. We're going to go to a school with only 400 students instead of 2,400 students. We're changing everything because it is no longer necessary to be in a concrete jungle competing with all the apes over there. We're just not going to bother with that. It's a different lifestyle. And for your health and for your future and well-being, congratulations to all of you making changes in your lives. Congratulations. Cheers. All right, what do we got? We're 18 minutes away from opening up the markets today. Are we going to make money today or not? What's going to happen? We're about to find out. Anyway, what's going to happen? Damn it, Jim is saying, oh, come on, Bruce, are you expecting me to believe that people don't want to pay big city taxes and have their neighborhoods set on fire when people get upset? I mean, come on, the action, man. It's like having TV in your neighborhood, There you go. A whole new world. Yeah. What can I say? What can I say? Oh man, oh man, oh man. One problem with the fast food, though, is soon there won't hardly be any workers. They're switching to automation quickly. Same with Walmart. We have one here in the metro that people don't go in. I get it. I think a lot of you have had enough. You see this automation, you're going, I'm not going in there. I'm not going into that kind of a place. I want to go into a place where the person producing the food owns the business that they're in, or their employees work for the owner rather than work for a corporation. But on the other hand, multi-million people cities need the high production factory turnover of food and what have you. It's all back and forth. You go around and around. Hey, Uncle Bruce, I'm thinking of buying call options on U.S. infrastructure development ETF. 20th of January, 2023, $27 for 320. What do you think? I have no idea on how that will do. I don't know that investment. I don't know anything about it. I can't help you. So yeah, not I'm. If I had an opinion on it, I'd give it, but I don't. So you're on your own on this one. It's an interesting concept, interesting thought, but I have no idea. Anyway, Going Postal said, I also decided I need to grow up in my early 20s. I joined the military for 6 years. There you go. Let's see. What can I say? What can I say? My oldest son has done special effects for movies for years, then went to working on video games. Just got offered a 30% increase to come work for another company, mostly working online. There you go. Amazing, isn't it? What happened to those automats of the 50s and 60s? You know what you don't know, or what you never saw was, I remember when we used to see, Mad Men, and occasionally they would show, two secretaries would go out for lunch together. They'd go to the automat in Manhattan. What you didn't see were all the people behind the automat, preparing all the food, packaging all the food, prepping all the food, keeping it running the automat. It was a heavy labor business, but still, those were pretty cool things. If you ever want to know what an automat is, look it up on YouTube. You'll see some old videos, that kind of stuff. Anyway, we completely undervalue home care workers and teachers. I agree with that. We still have a huge change shortage in Virginia. Stores like Kroger are paying for your change. Interesting. Good morning, peeps. Hey, Carter. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for your service as NTPC to Going Postal. Let's see. What is going on? Would love to work in the video game industry. Lovely work. Doug Parsons, I've been away for a while. What's hot? What's going on? What's happening in this SPAC world? Yeah, my list of SPACs that I brought up have really shifted. I used to have a list of SPACs that no longer, really no longer, it's nowhere near this anymore. Like, look at this, like ATIP was a SPAC once, Sextera, FWA is still a SPAC, but it's going to become Smart Rent. Then there's 23andMe, that's shifted. Matterport is now shifted. NavSite shifts next Friday into Spire. SoFi is SoFi, and VACQ shifts on the 20th of August. So we'll be down to one company left. I'll have one SPAC left out of all the SPACs that I once recommended available. Here are my stock picks: Apple, Cisco, Facebook, GameStop, Home Depot, IBM, Intel, Microsoft, Micron, and SMH, the Vanek Vector ETF for computer chips. And, generally speaking, these guys are doing all right. Intel is the only laggard, but I like it long term. But those are my picks. If the stocks go up, you'll be dressing like this in no time. You'll be looking to dress like me on weekends. Yeah, baby, that's going to be good times. Going to be good times. And then you'll be looking like this, dressed for success, like Jen and I on weekends when we go out together. We strut this down, baby. We show ourselves off, and we let everybody know this is what your future can look like. Go to your favorite bagel shop and enjoy. Normally, this is what it looks like around here. Beautiful, clear skies, gorgeous mountain views. This is what normal is around here, but it's not normal right now. We've got, unfortunately, we have some smoke, and we got haze, and forest fires. But the USA has got it. The rest of Canada has got smoke problems as well because these fires, the smoke just travels. It's amazing how far this goes. Anyway, it is what it is. Hopefully, things will keep getting better. We're supposed to get some rain here. More rain on the way, they say. I hear maybe as early as to Sunday, Monday. 2 days of rain and showers. I sure hope it's widespread around here. That would be kind of nice. We'll wait for that. We are 13 minutes away from the opening now of our market. And I got GameStop at 154.40. It's up up 96 cents so far this morning. SoFi showing 1606 unchanged, I think. Robinhood is showing 57.90, up $7. So watch for that. Royal Caribbean up at 78. Is that right? 79.20 on Royal Caribbean, up another $1. That breaks 80. That is put buy time, if it isn't already. GameStop I've done already. Over on, let's see, any others going on here. Matterport, I think we are sitting at 15.33. We're as high as 15.50 a little while ago. Jumping around a bit there on 7,200 shares. We'll keep an eye on that too. So those are some of the early quotes going on here. The Dow is up 105. It really didn't know what to do after the employment report came out. And S&P up 190. Mark DeMoto, I've been an employer for years, always looking for ways to help my employees get ahead. Unfortunately, more young people are coming into the workforce with one talent, playing on their phone. I hear you, Mark. I totally get the employer side too. Obviously, certain employers are just going, hey, I would pay more money if I could get more talent, but the talent just isn't out there. I mean, people coming in here are giving me, I get attitude. I get, pay me up front before I show you what I can deliver. It's a two-way street, obviously, but it is changed. There's no question about that. It has certainly changed a lot in the last little while here. The pre-market looks okay. I've been reading up on CXYT, and it sounds like a great company. Should the stock be at least $15? Well, that boy Louis, Sextera, will become a well-known name. Excuse me. I do know that the president, CEO, they're going to be in front of some investor forums next week, and I think more of that is coming. So they will let the world know what they're about, and we are ground floors. We are ground floor investors, no question. Max E says, Mark, you are so correct, so true. But Facebook and Google are partly to blame. We put our brightest minds to work building dopamine slot machines for teenagers. There you go. There you go. Let's go. Television buying. Sure, John, I'm going to show what you're asking me. I've watched a few of Charlie vids showing tons of big companies buying GameStop and AMC. Also, people posting. Adam Aaron says AMC way oversold and liquidation should start soon. Your thoughts? No idea, John. I don't know. Each of these stocks really should be going up or down based on their own corporate scenarios. And I follow GameStop very closely, and I like what I see, and that's all I can tell you. Maybe they play on the phone because the payment is so low. Maybe that's right. Yeah, regulation has completely ignored the attention economy. Let's see. I use my phone. In my job, and I have had my foreman try to get on to me about it. But then when they see how many notes I have, they leave me alone and start asking me questions about the stuff I did. Laugh out loud. Yep, there you go. Yeah, it is interesting. The world is an interesting place. What can I say? Oh, man. What else we got? Thank you all very much. Anti-PC. If GameStop goes over 300 again, I may join you. Yeah, welcome all. 154.45 up $1 now on GameStop. Volume on the pre-market 23,000. We're 8 minutes away from opening this door up, this market up. Let's see what we got going here. I don't know. We'll see what's going to happen here. The markets are up 105 on the Dow, up 2 points on S&P. But the Nasdaq is still showing a negative 64 point open. And we got crude up 55 cents a barrel right now. What else? Damn it, Jim. I hold in my hand a device that contains the world's wealth of knowledge, and I use it to look at cat pictures and argue with people on the internet. Yeah, I cannot believe. I mean, I've been blown away now for over a decade or longer by just how incredible this device is, and I've been amazed at how much I needed it and I adapted to it, and how much I use it for, how much I do use it for. Even prior to becoming a YouTuber, how much I use this thing, and how I began to realize, wow, this thing can really do a lot of stuff. I used to do a lot of driving for a living, and talk about Google Maps and everything else. This thing has saved my butt a million times. And just looking up information and the speed of how you can get, you need to call somebody or you need to contact a business for whatever purpose. You look them up, you find them, you see the phone number, you touch it, it dials it. I mean, geez, this is something else. Child of the 50s. I mean, I'm looking at this gizmo going, my goodness. I thought the gizmo they had on Star Trek in 1964, 65 was pretty cool with the handheld flip thing. I thought that was pretty cool. This, unreal that this would be available to us the way it is. Wow, it is just incredible. I love watching, and I still occasionally will do this. I'll do a YouTube search, I should say. I'll do a YouTube search from time to time where I want to see the first time that Steve Jobs displayed to the conference, to the live audience, the new Apple iPhone, the brand new iPhone, the very first model. This would probably be, I think, 2012 or earlier. Some of you might, I know someone will correct me on this, but you look up YouTube for Steve Jobs introducing the iPhone, the first smartphone. And he was showing off on this presentation the competitors, the top 5 selling iPhones or cell phones at that time. He was saying these are the top selling iPhones in the world today. And you're looking at them and they're kind of like flip phones, kind of. And now Apple comes out with this black box, this black thing. And the backstory on that presentation is fascinating, absolutely fascinating, because Apple had signed a deal with AT&T to have AT&T provide the cellular connection, and that you could buy the iPhone through AT&T locations. And AT&T installed a cell tower right beside the theater where he was presenting how this phone works. They were not taking any chances with a lack of a signal. And so there was a cell phone tower right outside the stage door, right there for Steve Jobs to use to do this presentation. And he had a podium where he had, I think, 3 or 4 of these mock-up. These are all mock-up telephones. None of them were yet commercially available. And he had, each one of them had a little wire coming out the bottom of them for power, just to make sure that there was no way that the phone was going to crap out on him. And as he talked and used it, you saw it on the screen, on the big theater screen. And I guess the days leading up to that moment, they were rehearsing, and there were failures and complete crashes. And the tempers were frayed, and Jobs was not a happy camper. But on stage, he had to come out as, Mr. Happy, and he had to pull off this demonstration of this brand new technology where he could show you the internet, he could show you maps, he could show you the ability to take a photo, the ability to do a speakerphone, texting, emailing, texting. Jeez, never done before, all in one device, plus music. He literally killed his miniature. I can't even call. I don't even know what it's called anymore. The music thing. Remember the little tiny iPods or whatever they were called? Killed those off by creating this telephone. Unbelievable. Changed the world instantaneously. That moment, that presentation changed the world. And a lot of media people got it. A lot of the people covering technology at that time instantly recognized that this moment has changed the world forever. And they said, mark our words, going forward, the world will never be the same. And sure enough, incredibly true. So amazing how that happened. And that was, I think the first phone I got was an iPhone 4. So several versions before I got one. And I only got one because my employee had one. And she's about how much younger than I am. Oh gosh, 20 years younger than me. And she had the iPhone, and she could make it do. I couldn't believe what she could make this phone do. I was just blown away. I had a flip phone, worked perfectly fine for what I was using it for, but she had this iPhone, and I was impressed. And I said to her, "Well, I'm thinking of getting one, but you got to show me how to use it." She says, "That's a deal, boss. I'll show you, because I'm paying her by the hour to work for me, and to show me how to use the phone." And Jen and I both got one, and changed our lives. It's amazing. Incredible. Anyway, the world has changed yet again, and now here we are in this new world, and this thing is perfect for it. This is perfect for the world we're in now. Amazing to me, just amazing. Anyway, yeah. I don't know what happened into the days he didn't answer the phone during dinner. Yeah, my dad used to have a rule in the house: no calls between 6 and 7. That was the rule in our house. No phone calls. All my friends knew, do not call Bruce between 6 and 7. Don't even, no, because he'll get in crap with his dad. Because who answered the phone between 6 and 7? My dad would answer the phone. He would get up off the dinner table and answer the phone. And he always answered the phone using his last name. He'd always say, "Fromert speaking." So a friend of mine would call, and they would get that answer. They knew it was my dad talking, and of course they go, "Oh, hello, Mr. Fromert. This is Barry, or this is Bobby. I've got a call for Bruce. Is it between 6 and 7?" It's, "Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Fromert. I'll call him back later." Then my dad would hang up the phone. He would let the first one go. he would let it go, and I would be shaking my head and going, "Those idiots! They know they're not supposed to call between 6 and 7." And of course, the rest of the house would go, "No calls between 6 and 7." But when my dad got a phone call, that was for him. Oh, the whole table, we'd be looking at each other going, "Oh, we're going to give it to him." And he would answer the phone. It would be a call. He'd hang the phone, come back to the table. We'd all look at him going, "No calls between 6 and 7. Those are the days before answering machines, when the phone rang off the wall and you had to walk to the phone to answer it because it was bolted to the wall. The phone only had a 2-foot cord on it. Oh, those are the good old days. What can I say? Oh, my. Yeah, do not call Bruce at bagel time. There you go. All right, we're ringing the bell. Let's see what we're doing here. I've killed enough time. What's happening on this market, kids? Are we going to have a good day, a bad day, a who cares day? What's going on here? Robinhood is up $8.12. Are you glad you sold your puts last night, you guys? Did you bought back your covered calls? Robinhood, $59.09. I don't know why it's going up. It just is. I don't know why. It just is. GameStop, $154.49, up $1. SoFi, $6.15, up 9 cents. ATIP up 4 cents to 4.34. AMC down 28 cents. Matterport, $15.42, up 4 cents. 23andMe up a penny. Fifth Wall up 7 cents. Vector up 6. Navside up a penny. Sextera down 15 cents. Early 1 minute into the market. IBM breaking our hearts, up 57 cents. 143.34 on the IBM. What's it going to do today? The Dow is up 150 points to start the morning. We have a 150-point gain right now. S&P up 7 and NASDAQ down 31 points. That's where we're at right on this very, very early morning to start the day off. What is going to happen here? Yeah, I remember calling a girl and her dad answering. Scary stuff there. Oh, yeah, no kidding. Here you go. Sounds like you had a really good father that taught you some great values. My dad would thump us on the forehead if we started giggling or horseplaying at the dinner table. Oh, laughing out loud. Um, great morning of civil discussion and exchange of ideas. Oh my gosh, I have no idea if that would be a good idea on the SoFi right now, Snake. I really don't know. IBM is a heartbreaker. That's right, GameStop baby. We're at 155.36. We're $6 away from last week's close. Yeah, we feared Dad's belt and survived too. He only used it when absolutely necessary. Oh, I remember the belt. I remember the belt. Rarely did he have to do it. Rarely. Usually the look was all you needed. You just needed the look. The look that my dad would give would be this look right here. He'd have his glasses on, and here would be the look that would send chills down your spine. Or this one. That pouting, that's all you need. The lawn needed to be mowed. It got mowed. Driveway needed to be shoveled for snow. It got shoveled. Just that. Yeah, that was it. That's all we needed. And yet, my dad and I were best pals. I understood him. He kind of understood me. We had a pretty good dialogue. He didn't really have to be. He didn't have to pull out the belt for me. I could see the upside of working with this guy. There was a way more upside than that. Oh, such fun. Yep, what are you going to do? Bama Babe, yep, my pop would spin his college ring around on his finger and slight whack us the tops of our heads. Shape up. Yep. Yeah, that's right. Better to have mom and dad teach us these things than the police, right? I agree with that. Oh, man. SoFi, 16.24. We're up 18 cents to start the morning. GameStop up 72 cents to 154.16. Robinhood at 57.19, up $6. AMC down 50 cents. ATIP down 3 cents. Matterport at 15.46, up 8. 23andMe up 6 at 8.88. Fifth Wall up 7 to 12.18. Vector up 3 cents now at 10.25. Navsite up a penny, 9.97. Sextera down a dime at 8.55. IBM, the heartbreaker, up 55 cents to 143.32. The Dow is now up 163 points, which means that 2 days ago we dropped 325 points. Yesterday we gained 275 last night. Now we're up 170 more. Guess what? The Dow Jones Industrial Index right now is at an all-time high. We have just had an all-time record high for the Dow Jones Industrial Average yet again. And we got an 11-point gain on S&P. We're only down 6 now on NASDAQ. The NASDAQ market is turning quickly and coming on. And here we go. Very interesting. Microsoft down 18 cents. Apple down 29. Tesla up $1.30. Bed Bath Beyond down 12 cents. BlackBerry down 2 cents. Royal Caribbean down 67 cents. 77.44 on Royal Caribbean. We got a drop of 16 cents on Norwegian. It came out with financials today. They're burning more cash than previously thought. Carnival down 3 cents right now. Amazon down $5. Facebook up $1.46, continuing to go higher. Google down $3.43. We have JP Morgan up $3. We've got Cisco up down 31. We got Goldman Sachs up $6 to $390. That is on its way to $700. We've got what else going on? Anybody else to get excited about here? Intel up a penny. Micron down 4. I mean, that's our opening on some of these stocks. 57.34 on Robinhood, up $6.37. GameStop 156 now, up 256. We're approaching the high today on GameStop 156.28. That is around the high today right now, up 284. SoFi 613, jumping back and forth. The high of the day 628, the low 607, and volume on SoFi 747,000 shares so far this morning. ATIP only down 2 cents now. AMC still down 29 cents. Matterport unchanged. Volume on Matterport 24,000 shares. Nothing to get excited about, to watch and see here. Vector Acquisition up 17 cents to 10.39. We know they're going to become Matterport. They're going to become Rocket Lab. And I get the impression that VACQ, which will be Rocket Lab, will trade heavily. Why? Because people will equate this company to SpaceX, the Elon Musk entity. there'll be excitement here. It's going to be an interesting stock to watch when this happens, this merger, and that is scheduled for the 20th of August, 2 weeks today. Finally, Rocket Lab will be launched. We'll probably start seeing the stock trade on the Monday or the Tuesday with the new symbol. We'll keep you up on that, of course. That's what we do. SoFi 16.17, up 11. GameStop 156.14, up $2.70. And Robinhood at 5.49 to 56.46. There's where we see it. That's where we've got it. That's what's happening here. And the Dow is up 113 points to start everything going. If Dad went outside, broke off a branch from a tree, we'd run for the hills. Beach Boy, hey Uncle Bruce, crazy idea. I'm writing GameStop puts for August the 13th, 1 week strike of 202.50 for 48.10. Between that and $52, that viable or really stupid? Well, if you write a put for around $50, which is a 202.50 contract, you're prepared to pay $152 for the stock, which it does not do you any good whatsoever. There's no upside there whatsoever. You will be called to buy that stock. There's no gain for you unless the shares go up in price, but then you're only gaining book value. So I wouldn't be considering that at all. I would be looking at writing put contracts that are out of the money. So I would be looking at writing, not for 1 week though, but I'd be looking at writing for maybe 3 weeks, a month, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, out of the money GameStop puts, maybe 140s or 135. So further out you go, the lower you can write, where you get paid a time premium and you're obligated to buy the stock at a very low price already. So I mean, if you're happy paying, say, 140 a share, and you can be paid a nice premium on top of that, you are now paying maybe 130 a share or less. That might be a strategy. Let me take a look here for August, just for fun. Let's see, something like end of August. Here's August the 27th. Just want to see what these are like. Here we go. Yeah, I see here. Let's see if I get this to go properly. There we go. Okay, so end of August, 130 put. You would be paid $535 to write a $130 put contract on GameStop for August the 27th. So if you got assigned, if the shares went that low, and you had to buy the shares, you're actually only paying $124.50, roughly, because you're getting $550 up front. That would be a fine price to pay. On the other hand, if you wrote a $140 put contract, which is $15 behind the money right now, you would be paid about $8.50 a share. So you would only be paying a $131.50 for GameStop shares if you were exercised with a 140. If the shares stay above 140 between now and the end of the month, those contracts die worthless. You keep all $8.50 a share, which is $850 a contract. How many contracts you want to write? You want to write 10 of them? That's $8,500 in your pocket. That's a thought. But writing an in-the-money put, you need to be paid a serious premium. You need not just book value. You need a premium, and I don't see a serious premium being paid by people, being offered to people on this deal. If the shares are going to take a pop higher, you want to be a writer of puts. You absolutely want to be a writer of puts because you're gambling the shares will go up, not down. So by writing 135s or 140s or even 145s, just the end of August, 145s will bring you about 1050, 1075 a share. That is a strategy you could take a look at. Yes, you can, in theory, crank out, write contracts that expire sooner, like August the 20th. You could write a 140 right now and bring in about 625. You could write a 135 and bring in about 475 a share. You could write a 150 and bring in about $10. But you're coming closer to the market. It's up to you. But if you get $10 to write a 150, you're really only paying 140 for the stock. It's trading right now 154.98. And if you feel in the next 2 weeks it's going higher, more power to you. The further out you go, obviously, the higher the premiums will get. So if you want to write a September contract, Something like a September, maybe, how about this, 24 perhaps? Can I see that? Let's see. Hang on 1 minute. I can see September 17th, for example. September 17th, 130 put contract will give you almost $12 a share. You're paying 118 for GameStop if you write a 130 put. So there is a nice $24 cushion now between 154 and 130. Plus, you're getting the $12 premium on top of that to protect you down to 118. Now, if you're comfortable having to shell out $118 for a GameStop share, write these puts like there's no tomorrow. You want to write the 140s, you can bring it 1650. If you want to write 150s, you're bringing in $21, and that means you're coughing up $129 net money for the stock. So you can bring in right now $21 cash to write 150s that are $4 out of the money or $3.50 out of the money. But you can bring in a nice bunch of money. You can even write 125s for $10 a piece. That's $115 you're prepared to pay for GameStop. I would be looking at those puts with great interest for the premium that would come your way. Even if you find that if the shares go up $10-20 from here, they go to 165, they go to 175. If that happened in the next 2 weeks, and these contracts have 5-6 weeks of life, and now in 2 weeks the shares go up that much, these puts will drop by more than half. You just buy them back and lock in your $6, $7, $8 a share gain or something like that, or $10 a share gain on some of these 20 puts. Yeah, there's some good money to be made if you believe the shares will go higher. If you're a bull like I am, an announcement comes out that shoots the market $15 a share, you're a happy camper writing these puts, especially these out of money puts. I really like the security of knowing I can write an out of the money put and be paid a nice buck for it. So I'm committing $118 on the stock anytime I'll buy GameStop for $118. That if that's your mentality, bingo. Take a look at those 130 put contracts for September the 17th as an example. Just a couple of thoughts there. Thank you all for being here. I love these questions. I love to scheme these ideas out with you. Looking interesting. We're up 163 on the Dow right now. Robinhood at 59.34. Take a look at put contracts on Robinhood. You might want to buy puts if they're affordable on Robinhood. Up 8.43 today. Wow. SoFi 16.21, up 15 cents. You might want to look at writing $15 puts on SoFi. They're out of the money. You might be committing yourself to buy stock in the low 14 or high $13 neighborhood. Might work out, depending how long they have to live. GameStop, 153.24 at this moment in time. We're down 20 cents. ATIP, 440, up a dime. We're up a dime on ATIP. AMC down a buck. Matterport down 37 cents. ME down a penny. Fifth Wall up 7. Vector up 13. Navsite up 1. Sextera down 5. IBM breaking our hearts with a 61-cent gain right now. There you go. That is what we're seeing here. What can I say? Mark Blue Skies, you keep thinking I'm shorting the stock. I'm not shorting the stock. I'm actually betting on it to go up. When you write a put, you're betting the stock is going higher. You're bringing in cash now to buy more GameStop stock. You're getting it completely backwards, Mark. You've got to take my courses. You got to watch some of my lessons. ATIP is up 2.33%. Yes, it's up a dime right now. We love it. Let's go. How long should I write a SoFi put for, Bruce? What do you think? Let's take a look at SoFi right now. 1621 is the stock, 1623. Let's take a look at some options. Are there some options that are writable on SoFi? What can we do here? Let's take a look at the end of the month, first of all, just for fun. See, if you wrote a put contract on SoFi for the end of this month, August 27th, the last Friday of this month, this being the 6th, that's 13, 20, 3 weeks from now, you would bring in on a 15, you would bring in about 68 cents a share, 70 cents a share, which means you're committing to buy SoFi at 14.30 if you were to be exercised, just so you know. I like the idea that between now and the end of August, the shares will not be anywhere near $14.30. You'll keep all 70 cents for yourself. But if you want to write contracts a little further out into September now, you can look at maybe, let's take a look, September 17th. That would be another month. $15 contract would bring you about $1.10, $1.15 ballpark. I would go closer in. I'd write that August 27th. I wouldn't write this one. I would, for the extra month, you're not being given enough money. So I would look at that August 27th contract as a candidate. I would look at maybe even August the 20th. Let me take a peek here. That one would bring you about 55 cents or so. The August 13 contract would only bring you about 33, 34 cents, but it is only till next Friday. So, you can go maybe 2 weeks out writing that August 20. If you can bring in 50, 55 cents a share, you're committing $14.45 to buy it. The stock's at $16.26. This SoFi stays here, stays above 15. You keep all that money for yourself. Shares go higher, of course, these contracts become worthless. Obviously, a $14 contract as opposed to a $15 contract, it's only trading at 23 cents. A $13 contract is trading at 9 cents. So the shares went up $2 a share in the next few days. Your 50-cent contract would be worth a dime, and you could buy it back for a dime, walk in the 40-cent gain, and say, thank you. If you do buy or write the August 27, you'll bring in closer to 65, 70 cents. And if you do go out to September 3rd, you can bring in more like 80, 85 cents. And again, a $2 move, even on a September 3rd contract, that contract will drop to about 30, 35 cents from the dollar-ish, $85. So there's a 50, 60 cent premium or gain being handed to you on a contract, $50, $60 per contract, if the SoFi goes higher. So there you go. There's a couple of thoughts for you there, a couple of ideas worthy of consideration. SoFi now $16.22, up 16 cents. The higher the shares go, the lower the puts will be worth, obviously, because they're more out of the money. 59.20 on Robinhood. GameStop 152.93 had a bit of an attack here. We were sitting at around 156 or so, and in the last 10 minutes, went down to 152.50. We're now 152.52 on 212,000 shares. Not a lot came in, and it backed off quickly, and we're down 92 cents at 152.52 right now. The Dow is at new record highs, up 161 points right now. That is what's going on at this point. ATIP up 13 cents to 443. AMC still down $1.10. Matterport down 30 cents at 1508. 23andMe down 2 cents to 880. Fifth Wall up 7 cents to 1218. Vector now up 21 cents to 1043. Navsite unchanged 997. Sextera down 11 to 854. Robinhood breaking our hearts with a 57-cent gain today. There's where we are at with the markets. Let's see if we have any other comments we can go after here. Thank you, everybody. Let's see. Let's go. William, I used to teach fifth grade. I was taking home $4.23 a week. When I told them I was leaving, they asked me why, and I told them I could make more money digging holes. No kidding. You can make more money at a Starbucks. Working with those guys and probably get better benefits. It's unbelievable. Although, some of the school boards have good benefits, not all amazing, of course. Anyway, let's see. Well, you know what? Some folks are debating how good teachers are. When you're paying $423 a week to a teacher, what do you want? A master's holder from Harvard to take over your grade 5th class? Where do you think you're going to get top-notch talent when you're paying that little money? You're going to get what you pay for. And school boards that are paying teachers $400 and $500 and $600 a week can't compete with the real world out there. If you have a degree, from an accredited university, you should not be working for less than $80,000 to $100,000 a year. I mean, you shouldn't be. But again, it's incredible how many people will take so little money for that kind of stress to be a teacher. You ever tried to handle 35 5-year-olds, grade 5ers? You ever tried that? You try that. Wow, unbelievable. It's crazy. Anyway, there you go. Mine's a K teacher in a poor area. Most of the kids are complete terrors at that age. Yeah, you got it. Oh man, Uncle Bruce, what are you what are you using to look at options right now? Isaiah, I just look at Market Watch. I just go to marketwatch.com. Here it is right here. Go to marketwatch.com and then you find the stock that you like. You see the quote on the stock you like, and then you can then look up the options chain. Easily done, and you can see what's going on. SoFi 1632 now, we're higher. Woohoo! That's good stuff. GameStop 152.91, only down 53 cents now. IBM up 64 cents. Matterport down 33 at the moment. Robinhood 59.07, 58.85. Royal Caribbean down 86 cents. Yeah, Robinhood 58.88 here. You may want to be looking at options on this one if they're anyway reasonable. I don't know if they are in any way reasonable, and that's the problem with Robinhood options right now. It is wild. It is wacky. It is insane, I say. September contracts for Robinhood. Let's see. Buying a put. Yeah, you want to buy a $55 put. You're out of the money. $12 last trade. Holy moly. The 50s are last trade $9.15. The 49s are $8.35. Man, oh man, they are expensive. Really expensive. Not cheap. If you pick off 65s, you're still paying $20. You're buying 70s, $12 in the money, you're paying $22. Wow, that's expensive for a contract that lasts a week or two. Wow, or three, not that long. Man, well, what can I say? It is what it is. This market is what this market is. 1625 on SoFi right now. Okay, guys, welcome one and all to the show. GameStop down 2 cents, coming back 153.42. ATIP down a penny. We've been jumping around here on these stocks here this morning. That is for sure. Let's see. Yes, there you go. Let's see what we have here. Good thing I picked up ATIP last week. I'm still upside down on my cost basis, but it looks like it's recovering. Put options can be purchased by traders who seek to profit from stock declines or hedge against such drops. Yeah. Hood, buy it at 60 for $8. Is it worth it? Buy a put 60 for $8. I don't know. If it's expiring today or next week, no, too expensive. Oh my God, $8. Let's see. Yeah, I was making $32,000 a year, says William. I left and sold timeshare for 3 years. My first month selling timeshare, I made 29 grand. I knew that I would never teach again. Puts are not shorting the stock. That is correct. Let's see. Oh man. Yeah, I worked a minimum of 55 to 60 hours a week, says William. 423 divided by his hours, pennies. Let's see. And here we go. Sitting Bull. Speaking of that, this is a key thing that separates Uncle Bruce from most of the YouTube crowd. Uncle Bruce has talked the talk and walked the walk. Let's see, and whatever's going on here. Thank you, everybody. Let's see. Here we go. SoFi is one of the 10 most talked about stocks on Wall Street bets. 16.29 up 23 cents. Robinhood 57.20. GameStop 153 down 44. ATIP up a penny. Woohoo! Yeah, Vector is moving nicely. It is. Let's go. What else have we got going on here? If I had studied Uncle Bruce when I was in high school, I would have been a billionaire by now. Selling puts can be a rewarding strategy in a stagnant or rising stock since an investor is able to collect put premiums. That's what I'm after. That's why I'd rather you write puts that are out of the money, that are all premiums. Those are all premiums, and that's what we're looking for. Anyway, there you go. Let's see. Yeah, Uncle Bruce, do you always have to buy it back, or can you let it expire? If it's out of the money, you can let it expire, worthless. Or in the last day or two, you can buy it for like a nickel or a dime, and then write new puts that are much higher, again with premium out of the money, for sure. If you got a contract that you sold for $6 and it's down to 40 cents with 5 days to go, buy it back, because for 5 cents you're only getting 8 cents a day. Whereas with that $8 sell price, you were making 40, 50 cents a day at the beginning. You may want to just buy these back at 40 cents, write a new call for 9 days or 14 day, whatever it is, and bring in the big money. Here we go. I agree. Let's see. Thank you everybody for sticking around and saying hi. Nice to have you here. We're up 91 on the Dow. We're down a bit from the highs. We're still up 1 point on S&P. NASDAQ down 43. Walmart is offering weekly bonuses to keep its warehouse workers. That's a sign. That's a sign. You remember when Walmart was paying just the crappiest of wages, and they were offering nothing but part-time hours. They wouldn't hire full-time people because they would rather you have 2 part-time jobs so they wouldn't have to give you benefits. These are the days that are disappearing quickly from these kinds of employers. And I say God bless the employees, because that was garbage. You were not allowing people to get enough hours in to get benefits like medical, retirement, whatever else. And certain states were making it so impossible for people to get a break, to get full-time hours, because they were on the side of the corporations to grind their own citizens into oblivion. It's unbelievable and it's unforgivable. I'm just so happy that a lot of you out there can really get full-time hours with full-time benefits and bonuses. It's about bloody time. I'm sick and tired of seeing Walmart make gazillions and their employees are scratching by, dying. I mean, they're just dying to go to work. I mean, literally, they're dying because they have to work for nothing. It's ridiculous. Man, oh man, just the way I am. I'm just, it's been too long the wrong direction. It's time to have it come the other way. Anyway, there you go. There are some employees that don't deserve the time of day. I agree. Not every single employee, deserves bonuses and extra because they're lazy. They're not good work. I get it. But as a whole, as an overall thing, employees have really been getting the short end of the stick for decades in the U.S. and Canada. Decades. Time to change around here. What can I say? Laugh out loud. Amazon, same as Walmart. And yeah, here you go. I worked part-time in college at a place that would schedule for 3.5 hours, so you didn't have to give you a lunch break. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Let's see. Let's see what's going on, everybody. Thank you for popping around. 57.76 on Robinhood. SoFi 16.44, up 38 cents, coming on. GameStop 154.12, up 68 cents. It's coming back up. ATIP down 2 cents. AMC down $1.18. Matterport down 14 cents. 23andMe now up 3. Fifth Wall down 1. Vector up 15 cents to 10.38. That's what we got. Robinhood breaking our hearts. IBM 33-cent gain on the day. The Dow's up 98 right now. And there's where we have it. Well, interesting stuff, you guys. Okay. Well, Mark Blue Skies doesn't like anything about what we're doing here. Mark is very negative today. Well, good luck to you, Mark. Whatever. Aaron, I bought some more MEVACQ, CYXT, and ATIP today. Long on Bruce. There you go. And yeah, Rita, this is the issue. With this, I'm not sure what the solution is to this. Maybe one of the other folks knows, but I don't know quite what your solution to this one is. Let's go. Well, there you go. I mean, Farmless said, look, I agree. The problem with healthcare, of course, in the United States is it's a for-profit business. Healthcare is a profit business in the United States. It's one of the only countries in the world that operates like that, but that's what it is. So there you go. Off you go. Michael, don't get me started on Long Island and teaching jobs. They hire young teachers to be teaching assistants for under $30,000 a year. Wow. Wacky. Yes. Coyote, are you logged in on those other devices? So people are asking her some questions here. Anyway, It is what it is. What do we got? SoFi up 36 cents to 16.42. We're having a good run here. Let's go to $20 a share on SoFi right now. How about that? That would be just terrific. Up $1 on GameStop, 154.52. Writing puts is what you want to look at if you can. ATIP is now up 2 cents to 4.32. We're getting a little better there. 16.41, 16.42 on SoFi. High of the day is right here, right now. 16.45 has been the high on SoFi. We're reaching it right now. We're pushing that around. Volume on SoFi now is 1.999 million shares. It looks like 2 million. Very good. Robinhood still holding a 6.42 gain to 57.39. GameStop now up $1.36 to 154.80. The low was 152. We've come back 293 very quickly. High of the day 156.49. We're not that far from the high either now. Okay. 434 up 4 cents on ATIP. Improving again. Definitely improving. Yes, indeed. Thank you all. Let's see. Splair, the one with the old laptop. Are you logged in on Google on a different device? Yes, I am. Let's see. Yeah, I keep trying to make it the same. It doesn't work. We got folks helping her out here. This is good stuff. Trying to figure this out. Let's see. SoFi 16.54 going higher. Let's go. SoFi moving higher. 16.54 up 49 cents. 16.53 now. Up 48 cents. New high of the day here. Going higher on SoFi. Smartly higher right now. $58 on Robinhood. GameStop up $1.46. ATIP up 4 cents. We got some positive movement on some of our stocks here. Nice to see that. Vector at 10.43 up 21 cents. And IBM Breaking Hearts up with a gain of 35 cents. The Dow's up now 114 again. We're popping up a bit higher. Good to see some of these moving along. It's about time. We kind of hope that, hoping that the street is learning more about SoFi and its real upside potential. The growth curve that is coming its way, I think. SoFi. Oppenheimer, adjusted price target for SoFi Technologies, 23 from 25. All right, go to 23. It's fine by me. Let's see. Let's see what else is going on. Okay, we're up to there. We're up to there. Thank you all for coming around here. Interesting morning. How are we doing for thumbs ups today? We've got 314 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for the support. If you can find a thumbs up available button to hit up for us, thank you. Giving us a little boost. That would be terrific. SoFi now. SoFi 1660 up 54. Moving higher on SoFi. I'm pretty sure the contracts on the options contracts on SoFi are improving yet again. We're now 1666. We are going higher here on the SoFi for sure. Let me take a look at SoFi January 22's. These calls have got to be getting better now. Got to be 1665 up 59 cents. 1250s are now 515 to 545 and climbing. The 5s are 405 to 410 and climbing. 1750s are 305 to 320 and going higher. The 20s are now 239 to 244. That's got to be better. 2250s are 186 to 197. Yeah, they're definitely going higher. Even the 25s, 148 to 153, climbing too. They'll all keep going. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. 1665 on SoFi Technologies. Giddy up, baby. Let's go to $20 today. How about that? Take my investors for a nice little ride upwards. They deserve it. They've been waiting patiently for a payoff. It's time to give them one. That's what I say. Yeah, man. Whatever. ATIP at 440, up a dime again. It's back up. Robinhood still 57.82, up $6, 6.85. GameStop 153.50, up 6 cents at the moment. 23andMe up 3 cents. VACQ up 23 to 10.45. SoFi, 1664, 1665 right now on SoFi. Over 2 million traded now, 2.6 million. We got volume coming in here, 1666 and climbing on SoFi. 1668, another couple of pennies. Beautiful stuff. Happy to see it, and about time. Yeah, baby. Yes, United will require everyone to be vaccinated. That is correct. Employees must get vaccinated to keep their jobs at United. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. What, Bruce? What do I do? What do I do when stocks are green? I don't know what to do. 1666, 1667 on SoFi now, up 60 odd cents. Robinhood 57.11, GameStop 154.37, up 93. ATIP at 446, up 16 cents. ATIP is popping right now on only 117,000 shares. The selling is dried up. It's just gone. There's a gap here on ATIP. Very, very good. AMC a little better now, 32.71, down 80, bounced up from 31.92 in the last 15, 20 minutes. We need Matterport to take a shot. We're at 15.10. We were down to 14.88. We're a little better, but we're not good enough. We need more on that Matterport. 23andMe up 3. Fifth Wall up a penny. Vector up 23 to 10.45. 16.59 to 16.60 on SoFi this morning. Looking for a good day here. We'll take these gains. 132-point gain on the Dow now. We're a little better than before. We were only up 90 a little while back. SoFi, S&P up 6. NASDAQ down 41. Oil down a quarter, 68.84. Interesting stuff. Yes, Credit Savage, way to go. We are going up on SoFi. Yay. Okay. Was there any news on CYXT? Because my contracts have been holding a 230% gain today after falling $20 yesterday. Could be the upcoming shareholder conferences, investor conferences this coming week that the CYXT people are attending. That could be very interesting. Hope SoFi breaks 17 today. We're on our way. Let's see if it keeps happening. Let's see what's going on. I think if the stock is green, you have to wait for the highest green number. Yeah, green, don't panic, hold. Red, don't panic, hold. There you go. Oh my. 16.54 right now, 53.54 on SoFi. Not a problem today. GameStop up 70 cents. Now we have an ATIP gain of 16.446. I think we're near the high of the day. Yep, this is the high today on ATIP, 446. That's a high today. 119,000 shares. Nothing for sale right now. Very good. Uncle Bruce, it's horrible to be rooting for SoFi to hit 17 when it should be at 20. Well, it's got to go to 17 first. Then it's got to go to 18. Then it's got to go to 19. And then it can go to 20. And it should be at 20. I agree. Yep, there you go. CYXT $10 Januaries are 80 cents a pop. Is that a good buy there, CYXT? Well, you're out of the money $1.50, but you've got till January. So, there you have it. If the shares get to 10, those will be worth about $2 a piece. So you'll be up on them. And CYXT, they didn't go through all these motions to have the stock sit at 857. So yeah, I'd be looking at those. It's a cheap price. Let's go. Let's see. Well, there you are. If you're writing a put contract on GameStop, you obviously need to have some cash available to purchase the 100 shares if you do get exercised, right? So if you don't get the dough, if you don't have the dough, bad idea. Well, obviously, if your broker will allow you to write it if you're capable of covering the position, obviously. Anyway, there we are. I'm $130 shy of 200 ATIP. I need to start mowing lawns. Laughing out loud, says John. Right on, 16.52 on the SoFi right now, up 46 cents. 56.96 on Robinhood. GameStop down a nickel at 153.39. ATIP up now 7 cents to 437. At the moment, that's what we've got. The Dow now up 106 as we jump back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Could someone out there with millions of dollars help us out and just move that ATIP to $5? That would really be good. If someone could do that, please. Just buy it. It's up 9 cents to 439. Only 61 cents away from $5. I mean, come on. It wouldn't take that much. A couple of shekels. We're all good to go. What can I say? Oh, my goodness gracious me. Oh, let's see what else is going on here. What is happening in the rest of the world right now? Yeah, here we are. Wall Street Journal. What's happening over there? The U.S. economy added 943 jobs in July. And the United Airlines to require all U.S. employees to get COVID-19 vaccinations. An Ohio factory's test. Will higher wages help more than they hurt? A rubber parts factory in Cleveland was struggling with labor shortages when a PPP loan gave it a chance to raise workers' pay. So far, the experiment has boosted the bottom line. Walmart gives weekly bonuses to keep warehouse workers. Interesting. And China's antitrust regulator planning to fine Meituan about $1 billion. The state administration for market regulation is preparing to impose a roughly $1 billion fine on food delivery giant Meituan for allegedly abusing its dominant market position, according to people familiar with the matter. Huawei reports 38% revenue drop as U.S. sanctions start to bite. Let's see. NASDAQ's board diversity proposal faces an SEC decision. What else is happening out in the world here? News Corp posts a 30% revenue jump, narrower losses. Here we go. It's at 16.68 now, and SoFi up 62 cents. We're going higher. Spirit CEO apologizes as airline cancels half of Thursday's flights. 1,700 flights since Sunday have been canceled. There you go. Belarus coaches are kicked out of the Olympic Village. The International Olympic Committee stripped 2 Belarusian coaches of their accreditations over their involvement in forcing sprinter Kristina, what's her name, to return home. Interesting. Interesting.
They're still playing soccer.
Who's still playing? Canada and Sweden? What's the score?
It's 1-1 and we're into the second overtime.
Oh, Canada and Sweden are tied at 1-1 for the gold medal women's soccer match. 1-1 tie into overtime. Extra time. Interesting.
Which is why I'm late.
That's why Jen is so late coming up and so stressed looking, because he's hoping for the girls to win it all.
Well, just the fact that I'm watching soccer is stressful.
Just watching soccer is stressful. It's driving her nuts. Of course, she watched her Steelers last night, her beloved Steelers destroy the Cowboys. She's okay. She'll be fine. It's all okay. 1667, 1673 for the high on SoFi today. Very interesting market here on SoFi. Looking good.
Yeah.
GameStop down 44 to 153. Yeah, man. The girls are playing soccer. Yes, indeed. Well, you know.
And it's hot
and sticky and humid.
Yeah.
Winner gets gold, loser gets silver, and that's the deal.
Here today, our air quality is the best it's been in a long time. It's like mildly bad.
It's only a little bad.
It's only a little bad. Like they show us with happy faces. So this happy face is kind of orange with just the straight horizontal line for a mouth. But, usually it's got flames coming out of its eyes and, yeah.
Phlegm everywhere.
So, yeah, that's right. Sitting in a pool of phlegm.
In a pool of phlegm.
So, what do you want for breakfast?
What do you want? Are you hungry, Bruce? Are you're all pumped up for a big bite to eat now?
Yeah,
Have I got you all jacked up to eat some?
Want some cream cheese and a little jelly on there? Get it nice and smeared.
Lordy, Lord. Oh my gosh. Oh.
I know.
Is there any cream cheese in the house?
Yes.
Is there?
Yeah.
I might have one of those bagels with a schmear.
With a schmear. Do we have an everything bagel anymore? I think we just have the sesame.
No, we do have everything's in the freezer.
Oh, do we?
But we also have I think we still have that 6-pack of, I can't remember.
I don't.
But if we got the sesame seed.
We're blinded by the Costco bagels.
We're just blinded by the light. One of the worst songs ever recorded. Yeah, I'd love a schmear on a sesame seed bagel. I would love the schmear.
Oh, Faber got to host Jeopardy.
Okay. Oh yeah, Dan Faber. Way to go, Dave. Nice going. Yeah, well, there you go. 1668 on SoFi. Yay! Up 62 cents. Thank you, my dear.
I can't switch that over just for like another.
Go ahead,
15
switch it.
minutes.
I would love another cola when you get a chance. But put it on. You put the game on. Sure. How are those gals doing?
Well, we're still playing.
1-1 extra time between Canada and Sweden, the women's teams, and they're playing for the gold. Oh my! What is going to happen? What is going to happen to those girls? Oh my!
And okay, all you and happy International Beer Day, everyone!
Happy International Beer Day!
Yes.
Oh, is the libation hour taking on a whole new?
It's a real thing.
Oh Lord!
Multiple countries around the world.
Oh my God!
So the question today on the radio was, what makes it a beer? What does beer taste like? Our daughter drinks this stuff that starts with SH and ends with T that is raspberry sour flavored and calls it beer.
A craft beer specialty item.
Beer.
It's not beer.
It's not beer.
No.
Beer tastes like beer. Tastes like hops, maybe a little caramel, nice dark.
The old proverbial barley sandwich.
Yes, yes. Not sour raspberry.
Yeah, like spiked Kool-Aid with bubbles in it.
Oh, it's so. Where did I go wrong?
Where did we go wrong as a parent?
She doesn't like sports. She drinks crap.
Whose daughter is this?
I don't even know.
I can't even speak.
It's a good thing she looks like you.
I don't know what to say. I'm speechless. I'm without words. Oh my gosh. Folks are reacting to our conversation here. I was wondering where Jen was, says Auntie. John says, good morning, Jen. Yeah, I'm glad the Canadians and Swedes knocked the uppity Americans down a peg or two, says Firmalist.
Oh, but the one American teammate.
Oh, the one gal, yeah. Getting a rough ride.
Getting a little bit of a rough ride because she said how, it's horrible to lose, and it's really horrible to lose to Canada. They're like, oh, that's not very good. It's like, have you heard the hockey teams talk to each other? We love to beat America.
We love to beat the American girls. They love to beat us in hockey and in soccer. We're at each other's throats.
It's called a rivalry.
It's a rivalry.
It's what every sports league
It's
wants.
a sporting rivalry. Yeah. It's okay. Yeah.
Oh, no, they would probably sit down with each other today and enjoy a libation to celebrate.
Sure. But not that raspberry flavored crap.
Not that. These are real women. I don't know what our daughter is.
Oh my God.
Oh, look at these poor.
These girls almost scored. The Canadian girls almost scored.
Sorry, honey. These are women. These aren't girls.
These gals. Here we go. Look at this.
I know it's a little thing, but it means
and a header and
close the door.
Yeah, the girls are trying.
Okay,
anyway.
Okay,
we're having fun.
I'll go.
It amazes me that the Canadians play sports that don't involve ice. I'm just kidding, Bruce. DM, I'm glad I work one day a week at GameStop if I can drive my 911 GT3 to get there. Go Sweden, says Mikhail. A free thinker Jones laughing. Zach, the air is only mostly dead. Princess Bride. How about that bobsled, Jamaican bobsled team? Let's see. Canadian weather response emoji sound awesome. The magic number for SoFi around 1670. That'll solidify the reversal. 1664 on SoFi right now. GameStop volunteer workforce is an appreciation. Hey, speaking of Princess Bride, Uncle Bruce and Auntie Jen do remind me a bit of Miracle Max and his wife Valerie.
That's because you look like Billy Crystal.
That's because I look like Billy Crystal. There you go. Let's see, Uncle Bruce, we're going to need a full bagel inventory, please. Make sure you're stocked up. Can't have you going bagelless on the live show here. Let's see. Shoot, I was just trying to stop drinking beer. Oh, well. Damn it, Jim says, I bet you guys didn't know I really like beer. Auntie says, hops. You need hops. I suppose I can make an exception for beer day, says Falls. I hate sours. International Beer Day. I needed a reason to fall off the wagon. That's it. Sounds like ale. Bill, I don't get China's angle. They crushed that ant finance guy too. Made him whimper about how great their government is. Seems so self-defeating. Very odd. Bad day to quit sniffing glue. There you go. The old barley pop. I like Guinness. So fly. 1665. The kids drink White Claw. I tried it once. I was told not to bring the leftovers home. Almost 5 million volume on SoFi already. Not even an hour in. Happy International Beer Day. I'm crying because Barcelona didn't sign Leo Messi. SoFi is making me a bit cheerful. Jen is going off on her daughter. Laugh out loud. Drink 4 of those sours to make it to Headache City. Uncle Bruce, I bet Jen raised her daughter. It's her fault. That's right. It's her fault. Best stout is Jackie O's Dark Alberton. Beer should be dark and lovely, just like me. This is Larry. I think this was censored by Jen. Let's see. Laugh out loud. Last week, I'm so happy Jen Jr. is here. This week, that girl doesn't bleed black and gold and drinks garbage. What's wrong with that kid? John, I'll bet your dream job would be Cohen's assistant. Rethinker rivalries in sports sell more tickets. Splair, a beer, fresh brewed gains, the only love I can share. Firmus, the U.S.-Canadian rivalry can best be summed up by the movie Canadian Bacon. Michael, beer equals hops, wheat, barley. Yes, that's all. Bill, I'm wondering if this repeating cycle, rah-rah China, later growth at any cost, rah-rah repeat. Oh, my goodness. Laugh out loud. Say what? My GameStop has been in the red for a couple of months. Now I went ahead and bought 50 more shares today. It's annoying that our best players tend to be from your country, says Isaiah. Zach, geez, did Jen Jr. leave a bad taste after the visit? Mom is sounding spiteful. No, it's just Mom. Mom's that way. Going Postal says, come on, $17 for SoFi. Come on, $16.64 right now. NSB, well, I have my finger on GameStop button for more. GameStop, $152.42 down $1. ATIP up a dime at $4.40. That's where we're at. What's happening with Sweden? What's going on here? We've got extra time. The time is running. We got an hour and 15 minutes through. We've got a corner kick coming from Sweden. Sweden has a corner kick. That's dangerous. Let's see.
What's dangerous?
What else is going on? Yeah, that's bad.
You like it brown, right?
You like it crispy, don't you? Yeah, you like it nice and crispy, don't you, Bruce? Yeah. Airplane's one of the first movies I saw as a kid. Leslie Nielsen, hilarious. The corner kick's been had, and the ball is out of bounds. And so, okay. More sours for me, says Gio. Gio says, I'm serious, and don't call me Shirley. Moses Valley Airplane equals awesome movie called Flying High Down Under. Airplane's dance moves put Saturday Night Live fever to shame. ME dip by. I think the girls are going to end up with a penalty kick thing here if this thing continues. So much time has gone by.
Question for people who watch soccer. Like, do they play overtime till someone scores, or do they go to a kickoff?
Well, I think you should take one person off the field every 5 minutes until someone scores. There's only 2 people left. No. It's right there. It's right in front of the Canadian goal. The ball is right in the crease. Oh my gosh, it's like scary. All right.
See, I just called her a girl. They're not girls. These are full out.
The Swedes are definitely dominating right now. They're putting it to the Canadians, but
we scored on a penalty kick to tie. Swedes have been all over.
Oh boy.
They might, but that doesn't mean
that doesn't mean. Oh, okay.
Dessert doesn't have anything.
Dr. Walter, any theory on why MTTR jumps around so much? It's up and down so much, it's making me seasick. You shouldn't watch it so much. It's 14.98 down 40, though. I'll grant you that. That's not right. That's totally wrong. SoFi 16.66. That's not high enough either. Anyway, soccer's not a real sport, says Farmless. Auntie, does Matterport know it has an EC next week? I'm sure. My son drinks crap beer too. At least when he comes over, he brings his own beer and doesn't drink mine.
Okay.
Oh man. Hockey should be played with knives as well as sticks. Thoughts on the 750 ATIP cash covered put expiring on 8/20? Not sure. I'm not sure. ATIP? No, probably not. Probably not. Let's see. Yeah, if there's no winner in extra time, then it's penalties. We know. The Canadians have the ball. They're going to kick. The goalie's going to kick the ball. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, folks, thank you for being here. 1667 on SoFi. Let's go. Dow's up 130. Let's go. Canadians are kicking the ball back to center field from the goalie. And I think the Canadian gals are just wasting time until the time runs out, and then they go into penalty kicks. I think they're just going to take their chances on penalty kicks, but we'll see. We'll see. No, SoFi acting like it has an earnings call next week. That's what you're telling me. Thank you. 1665, 1667 is what we have. We're an hour and 20 minutes into this game. Lots of extra time. Isn't the game normally 90 minutes? So, yeah, there's a lot of extra time being played here. I don't know why it's so long, but it is. The referee's giving the gals every chance to win it. Win it in on the field rather than winning it in kicks. And the time just clicks and clicks and clicks and clicks. Who knows? Well, what can I say? Anyway, what do we got here? My best friend's an IPA guy. That's a different kind of beer. I love the faces he makes when he tries to convince me that whatever he's drinking is delicious. I forgot. Yeah, CFL started yesterday, didn't they? I need to check the highlights of football. Yep, CFL started. Let's see. Just bought some SoFi and CYXT. SoFi 1669. Going back up to 1770 again. 90 minutes regulation time, 30 minutes extra time, then penalties. There you go. So that would be the 120 mark, wouldn't it? And we have just passed the 120 mark. We're now at the extra time. That's now running. The extra time. I mean, we have all the time in the world to make this happen. There you go. Anyway, the girls that play soccer always have the nicest damn legs. So they're in good shape. 90 minutes normal time, 30 minutes time, 2 15-minute halves. IPA, thumbs down, says Larry. 1672 on SoFi. We're hitting a new high now. We're in the new high territory on SoFi. Volume on SoFi now is 4.2 million shares right at the moment. Got a substitution for the Canadian team right now. Getting in some fresh legs here. So there you have it. SoFi 1673. Moving here. I'm not a fan of IPAs either. Yes. Let's see here. People talking about beer. If you're not drinking Pilsner, you're doing it wrong. There you go. Went through 1670 like butter. That was easy. 1676, new high. Here we go. We got something right here. Look at this here, bagel. Yum, yum, yum.
They will go to penalty kicks.
Will they now?
Yes.
Or is that
if they make it, they've got one more minute or something, and then they go.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, they've gone the minute past. And they've blown it, and they are going to. Yeah, there we go. We're now going to penalty kicks.
No pressure on our poor Fleming.
Going to penalty kicks, so that'll take a while.
And DeGrasse won his third
medal.
Got a bronze in the, I want to say the men's 200 relay. Might have been
really?
100 relay. Not sure.
Well. SoFi 1679, 1680, going higher. New high. 1680. Woohoo! It's moving. Bagel plus beer equals happy face, says Larry. Scott, nice to be back in the money on SoFi.
It's like bread plus bread. I could bring you a Guinness if you wanted to have, a real bread experience. Except I think I'm down to only one and you can't have it. But you can watch me drink it.
This is Jennifer's philosophy. I'll share my beer if you bring some. I'll share it. Mm-hmm.
I got a nice Pilsner, I think, with you.
There you go. Yeah, I'm good, thank you. It's 7:32 local time. I'm good at 7:30 a.m. in the morning. I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm good.
But if you're going to drink all day, you got to start in the morning.
No. Pate, awesome. Uncle Bruce, I received 34 warrants with my Sextra stock. Warrants are options that have a termination date. I can't find the strike price or the termination date. Has this been discussed on the channel? I believe it's expiry 2027. Michael's got it right there. And isn't it $11.50 a share? Something like that. So they got a long time to go. 1677 on SoFi. I saw speculation on Reddit about a new Ethereum address that has been loading in deposits. It reached an amount that is equal to the GameStop float. If you look at the coin value, hypothetical dividend, and we'll see what happens there. Guinness, a quality breakfast beer, says Publis. Bruce, you're retired. You can drink anytime you want. There you go. Bruce, have a beer with us later. It's an international beer day. I'm driving off the wagon for this. Michael, yeah, $11.50 is the exercise price on that one. Okay. Mm.
You don't really start like that.
It sounds like Jen has a bad influence, Uncle Bruce.
Not a bad influence. I'm a great sport.
There you go. So what's happening now? I don't know. They're flipping coins and... Okay. We're talking about... They're setting up the penalty kick thing. Cheers, all of you. I'm having a bagel with a shmia. 1671 on SoFi. High today, 1680. Very good. 82, actually. 1682. Heavy volume. We're only into the market an hour and a bit. And we're up to, 5 million practically volume on SoFi. Looking good. We're up a nickel on ATIP. Matterport down a quarter. Robinhood 56.92 up 5.96. GameStop down $1.32. It's a SoFi day here. Let's see. Here we go. The credit average. Did these bears not see the trap? Did these bears not see the gap up on SoFi? If we can break 17, hello 20, one can dream. I bought 5 more 30 strikes for January for 80 cents. Uncle Bruce, those are going to be printing money. I have 30 contracts and all. You're going to be printing money, baby. You're printing money. Oh, man. Let's see. Jen has a point, Bruce. A bagel would go nice with a brewski there, Bruce. I put cream cheese on the rim of my Guinness glass. Am I doing this right? And we've got penalty kicks being done now. They're getting ready to do that. Mm. 1665, 1667 on SoFi. Okay. Dow's up 139. Beer is a liquid bagel. So Sweden gets the first kick at the penalty kick. Okay.
Did they toss a coin or something?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I missed it. I fed the cat at the speed of lightning. Hey, goalie, you gotta be lucky. Good
And the
goal.
Swedish girl hit the post. The Swedish girl hit the goal post.
Because they aim so close to the,
Yep.
on the hopes that it'll bounce in. All right, no pressure. No pressure.
Would have been a goal. Had she been on net, she would have scored. But she hit the post. Now the Canadian girl kicks.
Our
Oh
coach
my,
said
my, my,
yes.
my, my, my. Stocks with Brewski.
Does anybody know how this works? Like, do we each have 5 kickers or something? Is it like hockey?
I have no idea.
Or do you go till someone?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I have no idea how many kicks they get
Do they
right
ever
now.
get to go? No. It's a tie. We both get goal.
No.
Come on, high jumpers back.
I don't know if
together.
this is it. I mean, I don't know if this is it. Here we go. The Canadian girl's going to kick right now.
And it's Fleming. She scored twice so far on penalty kicks in this. Okay.
She scores! The Canadian girl
Does
scores.
that mean it's over?
No, they're not jumping on over it. 1-0 Canada in the extra kicks. 5 kicks each, says Gio.
Okay. Thanks, Gio.
Thanks, Gio. Helping us out. 5 kicks each. It's 1-0 Canada after 1 kick. Oh, my.
So that's why they're not
Best of
popping
5,
here.
then sudden death. GameStop
Oh, okay.
151 down
Best of 5 and then
243.
sudden death.
SoFi 1653. The world is stopping to watch soccer right now. The Canadian girls and the Swedish girls are going at it.
Canadian women and the Swedish women. These are not girls. These
These aren't girls.
Grown ass women.
Welcome to my life.
It's belittling to call grown-ups children.
Men can be boys.
Oh, they squirt.
Men can be boys. Okay, Sweden got one. Sweden won, Canada won, but Canada has its second kick coming up.
This is terrible.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I hope it doesn't stop.
Coyote Chin. Hell yeah, says Coyote.
Okay.
Canadian girl.
Oh,
And
she
stop!
stopped it.
Stopped her.
Okay.
1-1 after 2.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Bad news. Oh, boy.
It's so hot. They should let them play in their sports.
Oh, boy. Wow, Jen is feisty today. I love it, says John.
Welcome to Bruce's life.
Welcome to my world. Watch my world.
Yeah, she might drink bad beer and she doesn't like sports, but she's definitely a feminist. She's a rip your face off feminist.
The drama penalties. So far, 1648.
It's such a horrible way to lose and such a resounding way to win. Horrible way to lose.
Swedish girl, number 3. 1-1 is the score.
Oh,
And
no,
she
they
scores.
scored.
2-1 Sweden.
Okay.
Did Jen have liquid breakfast in bed this morning? She's too happy.
No, it's sports. I shouldn't watch it.
Bruce,
I
blink.
don't even like soccer.
Bruce, blink twice if you need to be rescued.
Who else watched football last night?
I don't know.
Like NFL football. Oh, and CFL. Did you tell them we have CFL? If anybody cares.
Oh, the Canadian girl hit the crossbar. Swedes are leading it now, 2-1 after 3. She hit the crossbar and it stayed out. She had her beat,
so close.
but she missed. Uh-oh.
Yeah, well, just like the Swedish player bounced it off.
You got to score on every kick.
Yeah.
You got to score. I watched the Steelers, says DQ.
Woo-hoo.
Jen is in that come at me bro mood today, and I love it. Would love to see how she's doing during a Steelers game. Oh.
No, that's why I seclude myself.
Operation Bagel Break got to rescue Bruce. Oh.
That's right. Blink once if you need rescuing. Oh, she stopped it.
The Canadian girl stopped it.
Yeah, our goalie stopped it.
Oh my goodness, the Swedish gal
So
missed.
now,
So the Canadian gals can now tie it.
come on.
Oh my God. Canadian goalie stopped the kick.
I don't think they call him a goalie. Don't they call him like a goal keep or a goal tender or something like that? Not just a goalie.
No comment.
don't
I know I'm going to get it wrong, so I'm not saying it.
I don't know. I'm asking you.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Jen is happy because Pittsburgh won the Hall of Fame game. I watched the Cowboys lose. Football is back. Cowboys losing is always a good time.
Yeah, always. But
Jen,
I'm
come
not
watch
happy.
the Steelers here in
Oh.
Pittsburgh. What happened?
She was stopped.
The Canadian girl didn't score. Again, only one goal. The Canadians have only got one goal out of 5 girls. Out of 5 women. Unbelievable. Nobody can score for Canada.
Sure, Fleming can.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh my gosh. 16:44 on SoFi.
All right, this is it.
So if the Swedes score on this one, it's over.
It's over. Yeah.
If they score on this one,
No pressure.
it's over.
No pressure.
Swedish girl looks, she's about to throw
look
up.
at
She
her.
looks so,
Look how sad she looks. Oh,
she's the elder, it
she
would
looks
appear.
So sad.
This could do it. There comes the kick from the Swedish gal.
Okay.
Missed!
She missed.
She missed! She kicked it over the
They're
net!
still alive.
She kicked it over the net. The Canadian gals have one more chance to
Talking
tie
to
this
herself
game.
over to the side.
Oh my word! The Canadian gals have one chance to tie this
She's
game.
going the wrong way. She had wide open.
The Canadian girl guessed wrong, and the Swedish gal missed the net
Oh.
entirely. Oh, what
she's
the
gonna sit
face,
out with
Canadian
her
gals! Oh man, Bruce, be careful. That girl's comment's going to get you in trouble. Oh my gosh. Swedish, the nerves. So now the Canadian gal has got to get this in the net. If
She's
she
got
does, it's tied.
Yeah, she's got to.
And if she misses it, Sweden wins the goal. Canada must score. Here comes the kick, and she got it! She scores. We're tied at 2, and it's sudden death. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
She clearly didn't have her bagel this morning. Someone's saying, oh my gosh. Canadian's feed is 15 seconds ahead of mine. Soccer should just be shootouts. It'll save so much time.
I know, can't they just draw straws? I mean, it just.
Oh my goodness. Sinclair can't play. She must have been pulled earlier. Now the Swedes comes to play. If the Swede can get this goal, they will have an advantage. But Canada can then tie it. But if the Swede misses and the Canadian gets a goal, Canada wins. Oh, lordy, lordy, loo. 2-2 after 5.
The CBC radio is just playing it live. It's like, forget the morning program.
You know, CBC Canada Radio,
That's so funny.
the game is on. The penalty kicks is on. 16:39 on SoFi.
People in Canada cared about soccer.
All right, here comes the Swedish player. Here she's looking for her kick now. The Canadian netminder jumping around like crazy. Here's the kick, and she stopped it! She stopped it! Oh my gosh! She stopped the kick! The Canadian gals could win it all if they get this goal coming up. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, Lord and Lord and Lord and Lord. Oh, wowee. She stopped it. The Canadian gals have a shot at the gold medal right now. If they can get this overtime goal, they can get this penalty kick to go in. They win it all. The gold medal on the line on this kick or another round of 2. Here comes. Scores! The goalie got a hand on it, but it went in anyway. The girls win the gold medal. The Canadian gals win the gold. Oh, the American gals are got to be so upset. They're just going, not the Canadians. No. Better the Swedes. And the Swedes, of course, are crushed. The Canadian gals win it 3-2. It's all over. But the Swedish goalie kicks the ball into the stands in total disgust. She got a hand on the ball, but couldn't stop it from going in. It deflected off of her and went in the net anyway. The Canadian women win the gold medal in women's soccer for the first time ever. After the last 2 Olympics, they won bronze each time. So close. Now they won the whole enchilada. How about that? Canada's going crazy right now. Sweden's in a funk. What are you going to do? Oh, my. Finally, Miss Sinclair gets her gold medal as she can retire now in glory, Olympic glory.
This is her 300th and something game.
Yeah, she's the greatest female soccer player of all time for the number of goals ever scored and all that stuff. There you go. Canada women beat the USA first time in 20 years, and now they get the gold. Oh, my goodness gracious. Are the Canadian girls apologizing yet? I'm sure they are. Sorry we scored on you.
No, they'll do that in the lineup.
Terribly sorry we scored on you, but, you know, we had to do it. The Swedish girls are crying and crying. 1642 on SoFi. Robin Hood 55.64 up 467. GameStop down 282 to 150.64. ATIP down up 2 cents. 432. There you have it. How about that? The Swedish girls are unconsolable. They're crying. Holding their heads and weeping out loud. Yep. Well, that's it. Gold for Canada. There you go. SEC is going to investigation. Congress is going to do an investigation. You can't have these Canadian girls win these soccer golds. That's impossible. Oh my gosh. How about those Canadian gals? My. Winners laugh and tell jokes. Losers say deal the cards. There you go. 1645, 1646 on SoFi. Oh my. The Dow's up 117 points. S&P up 2. NASDAQ down 76. And there's that replay of the kick. The Swedish gal got one hand on the ball, but it hit her hand and deflected up into the top corner of the net. And the Canadian gal got away with this one. She steered it, and she got it. And it went in, and the Canadian gals went crazy the moment it happened. They're showing the rerun, and they're jumping, and they're laughing, and they're running at her. They're going to mob her. There you have it. Everyone is happy in Canada. Sad. Look at those Mickey Mouse hands, those giant gloves they have, those goldies have. Yeah, baby. Woohoo. Yeah, I love the hand is like that, and the glove is like this. It's a gigantic clown hands. Yeah. Oh my God. And the Canadian girls win the gold. Oh wow. There you go. What can we say? Thumbs ups. Gold. Oh man, did they take their shirts off? No, they have not taken their shirts off, but they are loving it. It's so hot. Oh my gosh. 1646 on SoFi, up 40 cents on the day. High of the day, 1682. Will we go back up and hit 17? Maybe not. I don't know. What are we gonna do? Oh man. Laughing out loud. People laughing out loud about the tops. Oh my gosh. 1648. Coming on again on SoFi. GameStop down 254. ATIP to 432, up 2 pennies. How's IBM doing? Still breaking hearts? Oh yeah, it's up 77 cents. Breaking hearts, 143.54 on IBM. There you have it. There you have it, kids. The Royal Caribbean down $1.10 to $77. Oh my. Yep. SoFi dropped because you guys were talking soccer. Now stop that, please. That's right. Wasted a perfect good bagel. $16.49 on the SoFi shares.
Actually, was there enough of a sugar?
It was fine, but just not quite toasted enough. It was a bit spongy. There was a lack of crispiness, but it was a bagel. It was a bagel, you know. What can I say? It is what it is. Thank you all, and thank you for being here and joining us. Thank you all of you for the thumbs ups today. How are we doing on thumbs ups? 386 thumbs ups. We're 14 away from 400. I thank you very much. Appreciate that. Thank you for your support of this channel. I love it. Yeah, what a day. So Canada wins the gold for the women's soccer. Woo-wee. I made a video last night for the first time in a long time on my other channel, Traveling with Bruce. Unfortunately, it was a sad story. I had to report on the passing of 5 passengers from the Holland America ship, the New Amsterdam, because a sightseeing plane unfortunately went missing after leaving Ketchikan with 5 passengers and a pilot. And after several attempts to locate the plane with the emergency beacon and bad weather, they found the plane. Unfortunately, all passengers and the pilot are no more, and everyone is lost. Very tragic story, and I made a video about that last night. I thought I better do that. So I did that. What can I say? They got the coach. Good. They got the coach of the water. That's good. 402 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate that. It's a sad story out of Alaska. Just, we're trying to get cruising back, and gosh, you have to have that happen. It's too bad.
It wasn't a ship-sponsored excursion.
That's true. It was obviously a licensed aircraft company that does these incredible sightseeing flights, but unfortunately, it ended in tragedy. Unfortunately, 6 people have lost their lives, and that's got to hurt the community of Ketchikan, of course, and obviously the cruise passengers. And it's so sad. It's just a sad story. What are you going to do? It is what it is. But anyway, thank you for being here today. I appreciate all of you who have taken the time to come to this show today and hang out with us. 1644 on SoFi. We're just kind of hanging around now. Up 38 cents. Robinhood up $5, 56.12. GameStop down 2.23. ATIP down a penny. AMC down $1.66. Matterport down 33 cents. 23andMe down 3 cents. Fifth Wall down a dime. Vector up a nickel. DAFSide unchanged. Xterra down 10 cents. It's a red. The Dow's up 111. S&P up 1 point. NASDAQ down 84. So a mixed market here. That's just where it is at right now. Anyway, there you have it. And thank you, and thank you, and thank you for being here. ATIP, red now. Yep, down a penny. Little fluctuations in the markets. That's what you're going to get. And that is that. No matter how we go, that is that. Thank you all for sticking around. We're 2 hours 22 minutes into the show, and it's kind of slow. Not a lot happening. It's a Friday in August now. It is a Friday in August, and that is what we're up against at this point in time. Yeah. What can I say, kids? What can I say? Please tell ME to go to 1136, please. Please. Let's see. Yeah, we're not getting a lot of good news out of there, unfortunately. Yeah. Welcome all to the channel and where we're at. I don't have the remote. It's over there. It doesn't matter. I'm just I'm here. The headlines out of the New York Times: hiring was strong in July. U.S. added 943,000 jobs, kind of expected. Unemployment rate at 5.4%, and we're a little better. There were 152.5 million jobs in February of 2020. And that's 5.5. There's still 5.7 million jobs short of that mark. A lot of jobs lost. Over 20 million jobs were lost by April of 2020, and now we're still down 5.7 million at this point. And that is where we're at, guys. And what else is going on? What else is going on? I think the Olympics end this weekend. I'm not exactly sure, but I think they do. Coming up to the end of it. Let's see. Yeah. Yep. No other headlines to kind of tell you about here that I could see. Nothing much else being discussed there. Just kind of looking at the news and see what's going on. 1638 on SoFi. Still slipping a little more here. It is what it is. Thank you for everything, Uncle Bruce. Thank you, Erica. Thank you. Less than a month. College football in Oklahoma. Woohoo! When are you coming to Houston, Uncle Bruce? We have a great tourist attraction we call Bastionet Street. Kev Lane says, I picked up some more PLTR today on the dip. And yep, last few days of the Olympics are on right now. Carter is saying that airlines are canceling flights because they don't have the staff. They don't have the staff. Well, do you want to be an airline employee these days? What an unglamorous career that has turned into compared to what it used to be. It used to be such a great career. Not glamorous anymore. More of a grind now, I would say. It is what it is. Unbelievable. By the way, any of you out there, this just came to mind. If any of you have been watching any of my lessons on my website, which is stockmarketswithbruce.ca, if you've been looking to watch any of those 8 lessons that we have up talking about trading and stocks and writing options and spreads and all that stuff, and you've had an issue where you've lost a link to a channel, or you paid for lesson number 4 and you haven't gotten your link yet, or you can't figure it out, let me know with a private email. Just send me an email at brucefarmer@hotmail.com. We'll get it looked after for you. I'll get you the link, and we'll get you straightened away. You'll be fine. Those of you who have been watching the lessons, I thank you for acquiring them and watching them. I know that a number of you have sent me very appreciative emails telling me how much you enjoy these and how helpful they are. Fabulous. If it can make options trading any more profitable for you, easier to understand, I'm a happy guy. That's what it's all about. Trying to explain this thing in plain English is what it's all about. IBM is making a quiet run, Bruce. Your IBM is surging quietly without letting anyone in on it. It is having a run. IBM right now is up $1 to 143.77. It's still breaking everybody's heart, but it is at 143.77. SoFi at 1638 right now. Watching that one. Yeah, let's see. Anybody see the passenger got combative and got duct taped to its seat? Unbelievable. Go IBM, they're saying. Zach, there, go IBM. Here, my granddaughter's plane was delayed 5 hours last night. It was horrible. International Beer Day. I'm going to load up and see you guys for the power hour, says Kev. Here's a traveler trip. Pro tip here, give your flight attendants a box of chocolates when boarding. They'll treat you like royalty. It's like a code they follow. There you go. I gave my thumbs ups today entirely based on you and Jen's gold medal game coverage. How about that? The first rule about IBM, we don't talk about IBM. It's a heartbreaker. We don't talk about it. Oh, man. Oh, God. Sorry. I got excited like Bruce for that goal, said Zach. Every time I try to tell Bruce about a ticker, it's gone by the time he sees it. Robinhood gave me an old indication that it's already changed. We duct taped that guy in college when we were kidnapping him for his girlfriend to take him out for his birthday. It was a fun night. There you go. We're up 133 points on the Dow. SoFi is back up to 1646 and climbing right now. We have not a lot else going on here. We got a 490 gain on Robinhood. I don't think it's going anywhere. GameStop down 233 to 151.11. We're down $10 on the week on GameStop from last Friday to today. ATIP down 4 cents to 426. We have AMC down $1.78 to 31.73. The AMC army is just not coming to the rescue of this stock. 23 million shares traded. There is just no volume here on AMC. No matter what the fans of AMC are saying, it's just not. The shares are just not catching fire anymore. They are really in trouble. The Matterport down 32 cents to 15.06. Low of the day, 14.88 on 315,000. Very quiet day on Matterport. 23andMe up a penny. Fifth Wall down a dime. Vector up a nickel. It's backed off from its high of 10.47 down to 10.27. 259,000 traded. Unchanged on NavSite, down a dime on Sextera. Vanek Vectors down 72 cents. Home Depot down 78 cents. IBM up $1.03 with the Dow up 135 points. The IBM and the Dow are in sync today. The IBM breaking our hearts up to 143.77. What can I say? There's where we're at. There's the dealio. Man, oh man, oh man. Yeah, up 39 cents now on SoFi, 16.44 to 16.45. We're still down about 30 some odd cents a share from the high of the day, 37 cents from the high of the day of 16.82. But this day isn't over. And it could well be that SoFi does hit a higher high today. It could well be that we break the $17 barrier. Anything is possible. But at this point, this is what we have as we are just kind of grinding along this morning. The Dow is just hovering plus minus between 90 points to 150 points on the plus minus side, like positive. It's just not going anywhere. 16.45 on SoFi. It's holding its own. Nasdaq down 82. SoFi, S&P up 3 points. That's all what we have. GameStop down 207, and not much else to really get excited about right now. That's the market. Anyway, there you go. Is this completely normal, Bruce? I can't tell you if it's completely normal. SPACs are so new. There is no normal. SPACs are subject to rule changes by the SEC at any time. That's not normal. IPOs don't get rule changes every 6 months, but SPACs seem to get rule changes. Is it completely silent since the public IPO dogs and pony show for months? You'd think SPACs do the same thing right after listening sucky. Well, again, you have these companies who've been around years and years and years. They go public. They now have to hire staff to handle being public. I would prefer they hire staff during the takeover and all that, but some are more equipped to be public than others, obviously. We'll have to see how these all play themselves out. But let's see what's going on. Okay. Anyway. Anyways, folks, welcome back and welcome to the show here. 16.38 on SoFi. Had a little pop to 45, but it just gave back a dime here on SoFi. Robinhood up 4.55 a share. Kind of quiet over there. ATIP down 4 cents. GameStop down 2.14. Not a lot to get excited about at this point in time. I think I'm going to shut this show down and just say, hey, folks, keep an eye on your markets. I'll be back at 3 o'clock this afternoon with an hour to go. If anything crazy breaks, I'll break in with coverage. But at this point, we've got a kind of a quiet one going on here. I don't want to bore you with me just sitting in front of the camera, not saying too much. Don't want to waste your time. Hang in there. Enjoy your Friday. Join me later today at 3 o'clock if you like, and we'll get through the final hour of trading and hit the libation hour. We'll see how that goes. Cheers to all of you from around the world, from your buddy here. And thank you for your support. And let's see what happens. It is a quiet one right now. Thank you everybody for your attendance, and thank you for the thumbs ups. We now have 439 thumbs ups on this show. I thank you very much for that. Considering how quiet this market is today, I'll take that as a win. Go SoFi, go GameStop, and all the other shares we love to follow. Go higher, please. That would be great. Hit those thumbs for Bruce. Thank you, everybody. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Thank you for the football gold. Yes, way to go, Canada, for football gold for the ladies in the Olympics. Okay, guys, we'll catch you at 3 o'clock. We'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.